The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Horrible Gamers podcast, show number 411, being recorded on December the 5th, 2022. I am one of your hosts, Jesus Gonzalez, known as Jesus Walks Out today. I'm joined by my friend from Little Ohio. The Mayo is back. Welcome back, Steve Willier. Welcome.
Hey, Jesus. How's it going?
Howdy.
Hi.
Howdy, partner. And from the Great White North, Ryan Gibson is back. Gib 8777 times 5.
That's me. Brr, it's cold up here in the Great White North.
Is it cold up there?
It's getting, well, it's not too bad today. It's getting chilly
snowing?
though.
Is it snowing?
Well, define not too bad,
No.
because I feel like it's cold already, and it's in the 30s here.
It is 4 degrees Celsius.
Speak American.
Yeah, as I say, don't make me think.
I gotta mess with my thing to speak American. I don't speak American, so I have to have it translate for me.
I got this. It's 39 degrees Fahrenheit.
There you
now.
go.
That's
See, it
nothing.
takes me longer to change my.
It might be warmer there.
Yeah,
Oh no,
39.
it's 46 here. See, I got you beat.
Right now here, the weather in Oregon is. We're going
And
on
that
to Oregon.
us with the weather.
In Oregon, we have 36 degrees right now. It is a precipitation of 3%. Humidity is at 87% and winds at 5 miles per hour, heading south-southwest. Tomorrow's forecast will be a high of 40 degrees.
All right.
Who would have thought
And a low
Ohio would have
30.
had a better weather right now than you?
Think about it. That's crazy. Yeah, it is cold
you
here.
hobo
No,
Oregons.
it's been really cold here, man. This morning I was driving to work, right? And I'm driving. And I'm getting onto the on-ramp, dude. And I see, like, you know those cargo vans, right? Like those big white kidnapper vans.
Right.
I see it. It's like 3 car lengths ahead of me, in front of like another truck in front of me. And I see that thing like start to slide on the on-ramp, dude. Like starts to go sideways. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, it's too late to turn back now, right? Because I'm already on the on-ramp. I can't turn around now. I can't stop. There's cars behind me. And sure enough, man, I hit a sheet of black ice. Thankfully, my car didn't slide out of control, but if I didn't see that van and I would have just been going, I would have not been expecting it, you know? That would have been scary. That would have been a scary situation.
Yeah, you're lucky
Yeah,
you saw
black
that
ice is real
first.
fun.
That fucking van saved my life.
Hey, guys. It's another episode of Horrible Gamers. Let's do this.
That's right. You can follow us on Twitter at _horrible gamers. Leave us a review on the Apple Podcast. And also leave us a rating on Spotify. You can leave us a star rating on there. Star rating. Also, Horrible Gamers Podcast Community is a close group on Facebook you can join. We have a Facebook page as well. And you can head on over to Patreon at patreon.com. I need to pull this up. /Horrible Gamers and support us with the monies like our friends Leahy Haas, Jason Sams, Robert Noble, Sean Patrick, Chad Henley M, Pork Chop Poo, Nipron, the best HGP host ever, Evan, self-proclaimed Pokemon Master, and Codfather, Big Mommy Milkers, Big D Tanaka. Codfather. Jonathan Titan, Big D Hall, and the first HGP patron, Bill Still, even the biggest, D Gardner the second, the Elden Lord, first of his name, protector of the realm. Yeah, all that shit. What else should I?
Does he just keep adding to his name?
Yeah. Oh shit. Anyways,
Every game he plays, he puts new title in there.
yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for the support with the monies. And yeah. Also, big shout out to Phantom Mank for the intro and outro music to the podcast. You can find their music on Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, YouTube, etc., SoundCloud, all that good stuff. Anyways, it's video game time. No Gunny Chief this week. Gunny Chief is down. I think he has the Rona 3.0.
Oh,
Ooh,
no.
3.0.
3.0. I think he has 3.0 variant. It's a new variant. It's called the 3.0. It's like a USB 3.0. It's super advanced.
Doesn't it like tickle your butthole or something like that?
It's something like that. It's very advanced. They said that he has stage 4 Rona 3. I don't know what that means.
Stage 4 type 3 Rona.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what that means anymore. It's advanced.
Hashtag the butt tickler.
He is down. He is over there tickling his butt, doing his thing in his house. Anyways, let's talk about video games and what we've been playing this week. Gentlemen, I've done a few things since the last show.
Really?
First off,
anything new? Anything new?
What did you do new?
So the new stuff is I pretty much upgraded my PC.
Oh boy, here we go.
Now, thanks to Brink of Eternity being a fucking crazy crackhead that likes to upgrade his PC every 3 months, he sold me his 3080 because he was able to get a hold of a 4080, and so I got his 3080. I got it installed on my PC right now, Ryan. It's in there. It's in there.
Ooh, that's pretty.
It's in there, yeah. So yeah, the 3080 is in there now, and on top of that, I got some new stuff. Okay, some new stuff.
What'd you get?
First thing that I got is a wireless charging mouse pad, Mayo. I'm pretty sure you have the same one, Mayo. It's the Logitech one.
Oh yeah.
So this is the wireless pad, the wireless mouse pad that can charge.
Is it like the hard top pad? It's kind of like a texture.
Yeah, top. It has like 3 different ones. It has the hard top, the really hard plastic, like the soft one, and the other one. It came with like 3 different ones that I could put on there. Right now I have like the soft one on there. So like the bottom one is the hard one, and like this thing came on it, and it's like soft. Nice. And that's what I have on there right now.
Yeah,
and then I switch it over to another one.
And I didn't care for it as well. It just depends. Yeah. I ended up switching out. So I have a 3-foot Corsair one right now that lights up along the edges, but it's soft. But Evan was actually using the hardtop one I had just the other night. He bought a new mouse while he was here, and when he was playing Call of Duty, he has to use that, and so it's kind of like laying around here.
So does the one that you have now, does it also charge your mouse while you game?
The one I have, no, it's a Corsair one that did not have it. I didn't buy the Logitech one. I had the mouse, the Logitech G903, but I think I'm getting ready to replace that too. So like the right click on it is starting to go bad.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if my son, when he was playing, if he got something on it or something, but it feels like it's kind of like sticking.
Yeah, oh yeah, he got something on it, all right.
Right, yeah, right.
He wasn't playing games, you know what I'm saying?
Them Overwatch characters, bro. Woo.
That's right. They have their own site, I think.
Anyways, so the one that I have is the charging one. So, because I got tired of my mouse dying on me randomly, like in the middle of COD matches. So, I was like, you know what? I need to fix this. And I don't want to have a wired mouse. So, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to bite the bullet. It was like $170 though for this mouse pad.
Yeah.
So, it wasn't a cheap mouse pad, but I think it's going to last me a very long time. So,
can you drop your phone on it and it'll charge?
Let me try. Let me try that. I don't think it will.
It'll blow up his mobile iPhone. Is it, Ryan?
No, it doesn't.
He has an Apple, so it probably has to have a big old Apple logo on it for
because it's weird because the battery that I put in here is actually this thing right here. You pop it out and you put this in there, and this is what charges. I don't know how that works, but this is how it works apparently. I don't know.
But it's kind of cool.
QI wireless charge.
Yeah, I don't know how it works, but it's somehow charging my mouse. So my mouse won't die, which is cool.
That's cool.
But the biggest upgrade besides my GPU was my monitor, Ryan. So I ended up biting the bullet here. I took IAMS's recommendation.
A large bullet.
This was a very expensive bullet.
This was with the bullet bill from Mario Bullet.
So I ended up buying the Alienware OLED monitor.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it. Holy fuck. Okay. Yeah. I saw the review of that on Linus Tech Tips.
It's very nice. So it's a weird resolution. It's a 3560 or whatever by 1440. So it's a widescreen resolution, which I'm not used to. I'm still getting kind of used to it as I'm playing it. I've only had it for a couple of days now. But I mean, it's an OLED. It has a high refresh rate. It's really nice. I mean, it should be nice. It's fucking expensive as fuck.
Right.
But I really like OLEDs, and I wanted, like, I knew my next monitor was going to be an OLED monitor. Like, I just had that in my mind, and I was like, you know what, like, just do it. Just fucking do it, Jesus. You're going to buy it anyways eventually, so just do it. Might as well do it now. So I did. Ended up buying it. Got it. It's good. It came in a huge ass box from Amazon.
What size?
But, it's a 34-inch.
Yeah.
So it's pretty big. I mean, my other monitor, it's not necessarily bigger than my other monitor by much. My last
That
monitor.
ultra wide aspect ratio, it makes it feel bigger because it's not as tall.
Yeah, it's not as tall as my last monitor. My last monitor was the 32-inch, but it's not as wide. So this one is wider.
It's 21:9 then?
Yeah, it's a 21:9 resolution, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, so I ended up installing the new GPU, playing with that a little bit, playing it, and then I got the new monitor, got the new mouse pad. And so the problem that I had with this was when I installed the new monitor, got everything set up, I went to plug everything in. So I plugged in my monitor, I plugged in the Alienware, I plugged in my old one. And for some reason, my old 32-inch monitor was not picking up a DP signal. So the display port was not giving it a signal for some reason. But it was working on my monitor, on my Alienware. But the thing is, I knew my 32-inch wasn't broken because I was just using it, right? So I'm like, how is this thing not working? I was just literally using it to game like a day ago. What the fuck's going on? And the thing is, it would work with an HDMI cable, but it wouldn't work with the display port. And after a bunch of, like, literally, I've been dealing with this like all day today. Earlier today, I was just like, how do I fix this? I've been Googling things. I was thinking, is it my power supply? I was like, I don't think it's my power supply. I think it's just something wrong with the BIOS or something on my PC. So I ended up actually updating the BIOS on my PC. And ever since then, all the issues stopped. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know what the hell what's to do with the BIOS. I wouldn't
think BIOS would have anything to do with that.
BIOS, maybe the BIOS had a restriction on using one display port only.
I have no idea.
Something like that.
Yeah, you think that would be more in the graphics card, though? Like the
That's
graphics
what I was thinking. I have no idea, man. But it's completely, ever since I updated the BIOS, it stopped.
Yeah, I guess because it's not on board, right? So
right.
Yeah,
it was really bizarre to me, man. But looking up the issues, a lot of people were saying to check your BIOS. They're like, make sure your BIOS is up to date to the current BIOS software. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go, and I ended up searching the software for the BIOS for my CPU, and I updated it, which it was out of date from last year. I think the last time I updated it was last December, actually, or 2 years ago. So I was like, you know what? I've updated it in 2020. I'm gonna update it now. And this new update came out like a week ago, maybe. So I did it, and it's working fine now. I don't know what the fuck the issue was.
Maybe it was something about how your BIOS talks to your graphics card.
It had to be, man. Because it was literally because it would work. I would get it, like, I got it to work originally. I got to work with the display ports, but when I was playing the game on my OLED, the 32-inch would flicker out, and then it would just stop working, and then it would say no signal detected. And I was like, what the fuck? And then they would both flicker out, and they would say no signal detected on the 32-inch one, but then my OLED would keep working. And I was like, what the fuck is it doing this for? But it never did it when it had an HDMI plugged in. And I was like, do I really want to? I was like, if I really has to come down to it because it's my power supply not strong enough to support this GPU or whatever, then whatever, I'll use an HDMI, whatever, for now until I get a better power supply. And then I don't know, man.
Why would it really matter anyways, Jesus, if you're using an HDMI on a secondary monitor?
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
I just wanted it to
really
know.
make a difference. Yeah,
it doesn't make a difference. I just wanted to know that I'm using a DisplayPort cable on it. I just wanted to make sure it worked. That's the only reason, because I have the cable and I want it to be plugged in, motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, something you probably want to do too, Jesus, and something that took me a long time to actually figure this out. So, whatever monitor you make your primary monitor, you want to make sure you're running that refresh rate. And so,
oh no, definitely, yeah, no, I got it set to 175 or whatever.
I had one that was like a one was like a 144, and I had another one that was like a higher refresh rate than that. I think it was 175 when I had my ultra wide. It would default to the lower one by accident because it was my primary, even though I was gaming on the other monitor. So you have to like manually, set that up in a way. Over. So yeah.
So I have the 32-inch set to 165, and then I have the 34-inch set to 175. But yeah, like I said, no issues with it now. Everything's been working fine since.
So,
yeah.
What do you think of your picture quality? So I've been wanting to get an OLED, and I've been thinking about it. And Micro Center here has 4 of them to choose from, right?
Okay.
And they have the Alienware that you got. They also have 2 other ones. They have a Gigabyte one and a Asus one, I think.
Uh-huh.
Both of them are $1,000 right now.
Okay.
But they're basically like TVs. So they're not really a monitor. They're both 40-inch plus. And that just seems a little big, but they're also a true 4K. So the ratio on those is like 38 whatever by 2100 or whatever.
Yeah.
Where yours is more of a 1440 monitor, which is better because it's going to be better for your frame rate.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm not sure I could do either or, but
definitely. No, I the thing about this monitor is it doesn't seem as bright as my other one. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just the settings on it that I have to mess around and start tweaking them. I know it has HDR 1000 nits on it or whatever. And so I've been messing with it. I mean, the games look amazing on it, man. I was playing Red Dead yesterday, and I was just like blown away. I'm like, holy fucking shit! Like just the widescreen aspect, the aspect of the widescreen.
Dude, 21 by 9.
Third-person game. It looks incredible, man. So I was having a blast with that, and even playing like Call of Duty, even playing Need for Speed recently. It looks amazing with the fucking widescreen, like everything's just zoomed out kind of a little bit. And you feel like you got more game or something. It's fucking weird, right? But so there was another monitor that I was going to go with before this one, Mayo, and it's actually on Amazon. It was the one IM sent me originally. And the only reason I did not go with that monitor was because that monitor was like a TV, dude. It was like 48 inches. 48
yeah, and that's the
inches.
2 I was kind of seeing here. They were 40.
That's what I have in
maybe
front of me.
43, and one was 48.
Can you imagine like 48 inches, like right here, dude, in my face? Like,
dude, that's what I have in front of me right now.
It's almost too big.
Yeah, it's like too big. It's like how am I gonna play Call of Duty on this shit? You know what I mean? Like, how am I supposed to see everything?
I know probably the console gamers, the ones that are used to playing on TV, are probably like, oh, you can't have too big of a TV. But when you're right in front of a monitor, it's completely different than playing on a TV. So people always would ask me,
you want to focus on the whole screen or whatever, and it's hard, especially for like games that I play. Games like first-person shooters, you want to be able to see the whole screen. Even console gamers will tell you that gaming on a smaller TV for a first-person shooter is actually better because
your eyes don't have to search as much to get to the edge of the screen.
Yeah, you don't have to look for the enemies on the edge of the screen or whatever. Everything's just there in front of your eyeballs or whatever. So that's the only reason I didn't go with the 48-inch, even though the 48-inch was way cheaper, Mayo. I don't know if it's still on sale on Amazon.
Yeah, and that's what I ran into. I see them on there for like $1,000, and it's like
no, this was cheaper, dude. This was like $750. It was really cheap, and it was really hard to like not buy that over this one because this one was like what $400, $500, $600 more or whatever. But at the end of the day, I was like, you know what? I'd rather have the monitor than the TV size.
Mm-hmm.
So I just went with this. So yeah, the only issue that I have with it now is the way that it sits on my desk. I have the 34-inch on the right, the 32 on the left, and they fit. But I just feel kind of uncomfortable having to turn my neck the whole time to game.
It's a lot of monitor space. You're like looking across.
So I ordered a stand today on Amazon that's like a vertical stand. So I'm going to put the 34 on the bottom and the 32 on the top.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that'll help me. Because the 32, I'm only using it for secondary shit, right? I'm mostly gaming on my main, on the Alienware is what I'm going to game on. So I'm going to have that on the bottom and have it straight ahead of me here. And that I think will be a better setup, and it'll actually take up less space. Because these stands... The stand on the Alienware monitor is fucking huge, man. Like the actual stand that it comes with.
Yeah. Doesn't it have RGB along the bottom or something?
It has RGB in the back. So yeah, the back actually lights up. And you can actually set it to have it to where it lights up within like games. So like it has like game effects or whatever. So like whatever colors in the game will be in the background. So it's kind of cool at night.
It makes it look like it stretches off the screen almost because it puts the colors up in behind you.
So that's a neat feature if you game in the dark or if you're gaming at night or whatever. That's a pretty fucking neat feature, and it kind of looks cool because I have my keyboard and my mouse and shit. They're all set up to like light up with the sounds in the game. So when everything's in sync and everything's lighting up and like shooting and shit or like noises is going off, everything's lighting up at once, and it's fucking really cool. The only thing that
get it all going at the same time.
The only thing that I don't have thing that I don't have linked to it is my PC, like, because my PC has like a glass side, but the glass is facing away from me over here, like I have it facing away. But when I get the new stand, I think I'm gonna put my PC over here so I can see the light of the PC.
Oh yeah,
and I'm gonna have everything synced up. It's gonna look fucking sick, I think.
Yeah.
But I'm excited, man. A 3080 is a nice upgrade from the 2080 Super that I had. Even though the 2080 Super was an incredible graphics card, I fucking love that thing. It held up, and it still holds up in gaming today. I mean, even with my 32-inch, I was having a blast with it. It was.
Dude, I'm still running a 1070.
Yeah, it was a fine GPU.
You got you and Gunny over there at the 1070s, and I'm over here stuck in the 2080 Super still, and we got Jesus over that 3080. Yeah. And again, I'm in the same boat. Like you got me over here all tempted. I've been talking. They have 4080s in stock. 25
finally.
miles from me.
Those seems to be in stock.
I just don't know
quite a bit everywhere.
And I just don't know if I want to pay that much for it. So
it's so expensive.
I mean, you think about it. It is what $1,200 for a 4080 GPU when you can buy a 4090 for $300 more.
So they started the ones here at Micro Center. They have about like 10 different brands. Yeah. And I think the MSI brand was the cheapest one at $1,250.
Yeah,
and then it goes up to $1,600 for the ROG Swift one. And so it's like so close to a 4090 price, like you said. But then the 4080 doesn't require as much power as the 4090, so I won't have to worry about upgrading my power supply. So I could just swap it out a lot easier. But if I do it the 4090 route, which I'd have to find one first, I'd have to switch out my power supply as well. So then, then in two, as I'm running into is my CPU is still PCI Express 3.0. It was the very last one. And so then I'm bottlenecking a little bit because the new ones are 4.0 cards. And so I'd want to almost change all that out as well. And so then I'm going a complete whole new build at that point. So it's like, how much do I want to do it? And so
I'm looking right now, like up here, the NVIDIA GeForce RTX, the actual NVIDIA one is $1,700.
Yeah. That's the monopoly money, though.
Yeah, it's that big.
That's Canadian
stuff up there.
Yep.
How much is that in US dollars? Canadian to US dollars.
Probably similar to your pricing.
$1,250. So
yeah.
So
everything's about $50 more up here. It's like
weird. You guys get that tax.
Yeah.
The Canadian tax.
See, I'm just kind of, I don't know.
It's that universal healthcare tax, bro.
Yeah, serious.
But
I'm kind of waiting right now just because of the holidays too, trying to wait for the holidays to get out of the way, and maybe I'll pick one up here after the first of the year.
Oh shit. The Asus is $1,900.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ROG is always kind of an expensive one.
The more, the different brands always go up.
It's just how much they can overclock and how well they cool them.
Yeah.
But I mean, shout out to Brink for giving me a good deal on his 3080. He didn't charge me over price for nothing. I mean, I paid a pretty good price for it. And shout out to him. I knew he was going to upgrade his PC. And I told him, next time you upgrade your PC, your GPU, let me know. And I'll buy your GPU. Yeah. I always know when to get an upgrade because I could just get it from Brink. But yeah, anyways, games that I've been playing on the graphics card. I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty lately, of course. Call of Duty's been fixed. I remember I was talking about the crashes and all that stuff a few weeks ago. That's all been fixed, man. It's like they've actually addressed the issues. They got in there, they fixed them all. And
was it a driver update from NVIDIA or was it an update from Activision?
I don't know what it was. I have no idea. I don't know what it was. I'm thinking it was a driver update from NVIDIA, maybe. But it's fixed. Like, it doesn't crash anymore whatsoever. Like, the matchmaking works. The crashing is not there anymore. Even though the other day I did crash for some fucking reason. I don't even know why. I don't know what it was, but I did crash randomly. And it was like a one-time thing. I was like, what the fuck's going on? But, been playing a lot of that. I've been playing a lot of Battlefield. A lot of Battlefield has been going on. Season 3 is out now, and the new map is out. It takes the new map is located in, I don't know if it's Sweden. I think it's Sweden. Or Norway, something like that.
I don't remember now. I've seen it a few times.
I think it's Norway, right? Yeah. Yeah. So the new map is out. It's pretty cool. And yeah, so Battlefield is Battlefield. Call of Duty is Call of Duty. They're all running great. I'm excited to see what else they have coming out for Call of Duty. There's so many skin packs for Call of Duty, man. Like that store is every day. There's something new in that store, and you know there's somebody out there buying all those skin packs.
Oh,
You just know there is. That would be so much money they spend on that game already. Besides that, of course, I went back and I played a little bit of Red Dead Redemption 2, as I was saying earlier. You know, I wanted to try that game out. And, man, I'm lost in that game again, dude. I'm playing the single player again. And I'm just fucking engulfed in that world, Ryan. I'm in there, bro. I'm in Westworld in that world, man.
Yeah, I remember when you were in that world before.
Yeah, it's so good. It's just so immersive to be in that game. Everything about that game is so well done. Like all the characters are well done. Everything is so awesome. And I'm just in there just fishing and hunting and breaking into people's houses and fucking robbing trains and beating people up and running into the KKK in random places. It's fucking awesome, dude. I fucking love that game, dude. It's so much fun. I've been playing the fuck out of it. And, I look forward to playing more of it. You know, the only downside to that shit is that I know how the ending plays out. I know that Arthur dies in the end. And so that kind of sucks, knowing that he's going to die in the end. So I'm just kind of taking it really slow right now. I'm in chapter 3, I think, when they're in the Rhodes, the town of Rhodes or whatever. They're in the second camp they moved to. So we're doing that now. And yeah, Red Dead looks amazing. And on this fucking OLED, it looks fucking incredible. Like I said, it was like, fuck, so immersive. It's a game changer. And besides Red Dead and all that, I did go and play a little bit of that new Need for Speed game. It's called Need for Speed. I believe it's called Unbound.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually
played a little bit of this too.
So I hopped into it. Now, first
how did you feel? How did the car's control feel to you?
Like, I don't know, not that great.
I know it just felt off, right?
It feels very arcadey.
One of the first things they want to nail down.
It is, and in a racing game for sure, it's one of the first things you want to nail down. But it's like,
I think the problem is though, it just feels a lot tighter and tankier than like a Forza or something like that.
Like the cars don't feel real. It feels like I'm driving like an arcade machine. Is what it feels like. It feels like an arcade game.
Yeah, a little bit.
What it feels like to me, man. Like, and then I'm not a big fan of the characters in the game. Like, I'm playing as this chick. I picked the chick character, and like I have her dressed up like Billie Eilish. So she's got like some fucking green hair. She's had like a beanie on. She's wearing like sweatpants, like a damn hobo. And like some sneakers.
My dude's got green hair too, but he's got like the 3 fucking prongs in his goatee.
Yeah, and she's like, "Hey, this is lit. This is so lit. Oh yeah, we're gonna win all the races. Yeah, it's AF, bro."
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so annoying. Every 2 seconds, just hearing them drop some stupid ass fucking millennial talk.
You know what I do like though? Is I like the little like the cartoon effects on like when you're drifting and like you see the fucking the burnout smoke is like all neon and shit. Yeah,
that's pretty cool. Yeah,
and they're like little wings when you jump to. Like, did I see that in the video? Like, there's little wings that kind of pop out beside your car.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's little wings that pop out when you're doing like every time you do something cool, it'll do like some little animated thing on your car.
Yeah, a little animation that's like cell shaded.
Yeah.
Do you guys know? I seen this on. I can't remember where I saw it, but maybe that's on Game Pass or something. But they said there's like a 10-hour trial through Game Pass or something. Yeah. Now, is that? I think it said before the game was released. Do you know? Is it still available?
It's still available.
No. It's you get a 10-hour trial because you have EA Play.
Okay.
Well, it's part of EA Play, which is through Game Pass. You have it
like they did with Battlefield and stuff. So maybe I'll check it out then.
Yeah. So you get 10 hours.
It applies to any EA game, Mayo. So even games that you never played, like it could be like a game that you never bought that's an old game, it'll still give you a trial.
It'll still give you the trial.
Yeah, I never really messed with the trials a whole lot on there. I just happened to see it today. I was like, oh, there's a trial. But then it said like before release or something. Like you said, you can play it before release. I thought, oh, maybe they just did that.
Well, because they release the trial like a week before release usually.
Yeah, I think it was like 3 days or something like that. You could play it early.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of the characters or the whole like everything's so fleek, everything's so awesome.
Yeah,
this is lit. You know, I'm not a big fan of the characters and the way they talk, but I like the game. I like the music.
Jesus, you don't like your generation?
I like the music. Listen, bro, everything's lit as fuck over here.
Yeah.
All right, everything's on fleek.
That's right.
Mayo knows what I'm talking about. His daughters are all like 17, 18, 19, 20.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, Mayo. Your daughters probably talk to you like this.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
They're like, Dad, this is so lit. Anyways, yeah, so I've been playing some of that. Some Need for Speed Unbound. And
I played a touch of it too, man. And I don't know if I'll go back to it.
I don't know.
You know, Jesus, I do want to recommend just like a recommendation of something, not a specific game, but since you now have an ultra wide and stuff like that, the games that I found best when I had my ultra wide that I liked the most was the top down RTS games. Really? Like Civilization or something like that. They just look amazing on those monitors. Like you get so much more like people to view and stuff.
Yeah.
It just looks really cool.
Don't give them a reason to go play games like that again.
Go back to like maybe like Evil Genius 2 or something and give that a shot and see. You'll probably be really impressed with the way it looks.
Ooh.
City Skylines.
Ooh.
Yeah, Skylines would be another really good one. And just that more screen space, that weird 21 by 9.
Frostpunk, is that one?
What is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Frostpunk would be pretty cool.
Yeah, oh, man.
Yeah, go back and try those.
You just gotta make sure the
OLED
game
as well. And, you know, being OLED and
you just got to make sure the game actually supports 21 by 9 because some games don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know Civilization 5, that's the one I played the most, probably the Civs. It did. And it looked great on my ultra wide.
But being able to see like all that extra real estate, it's so fucking good for a game like that.
Nice. But yeah, so shout out to IAMS and shout out to Brink. They helped me troubleshoot this shit, setting it all up, and you know, they're the ones that recommend what I should and shouldn't buy. They're the ones that I talk to the most when I'm going to purchase some PC thing. And shout out to those guys for helping me make these bad decisions. And yeah.
So what else have you been playing, Jesus?
Nothing else really besides that, man. I mean, like I said, just a lot of Call of Duty, some Cyberpunk. I haven't tried Cyberpunk in the OLED. I should, but
that probably look nice.
Speaking of the various colors, you know, like the brightness of the neons on top of the black and stuff, it's gonna look good.
Yeah.
Speaking of Cyberpunk, I'm looking at at my wallpaper right now on the OLED, and it's a Cyberpunk wallpaper. It's like the city or whatever. It looks nice. It makes me like that game is so good, and the downside with that game is that I want it to be like Red Dead for me, and it's just not. Red Dead just has like it's just finished. Red Dead is just finished. It's just like Red Dead feels like a complete package where every time I play Cyberpunk, I always feel like there's something lacking there. Like there's some depth lacking in the game. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because it's in first person. I don't know if it's the dialogue options. I don't know if it's the way things play out in the story. But Red Dead, everything I do feels like the characters react realistically to me, right? Like everything feels real. If I break into somebody's house, the people start fighting me or whatever. You know, like the dog starts chasing me around, biting my ankles and shit. In Cyberpunk, you can't do that type of stuff. It just doesn't feel as immersive to me as Red Dead does. And that's the downside. Like playing Red Dead and going to Cyberpunk, it's like every time I play Cyberpunk, I'm like, oh, man, I wish this was Red Dead. Like, I wish Rockstar would have made this fucking game. God, fuck. But hey, I do look forward. I am going to probably buy and play the whatever that new Witcher 3 Anniversary Edition is. Because they're saying that they're adding a lot of support to that. They're adding on top of adding like ray tracing to everything, Mayo, they're adding full ray tracing to the game. They're also adding DLSS 3 support. And so they're going to have DLSS support for it. And yeah, it's just I think it's going to look incredible, man. Because, I mean, you know, Cyberpunk, of course, has ray tracing and you could barely run it. I probably won't be able to run The Witcher very well with ray tracing. But you betcha.
You got a 4080. You should be able to run it.
A 3080. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
But I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I look forward to playing The Witcher. I think The Witcher is a better told story than Cyberpunk even. I don't know what it is, man. Just the Cyberpunk is cool. The setting is cool. The city is cool. The background is cool. It's like they got everything but the story right in that game. Yeah, I don't know what it is about that game. Like, I like it a lot. It's one of my favorite games of this last decade. But it's not my favorite game of the last decade. Like, of course, that goes to Red Dead for sure. I fucking love Red Dead, man. Like, that game is just too good. And it's sad that they won't support the multiplayer on that game anymore. Like, I'm pissed off about that. But whatever. It's whatever. But yeah. Anyways, that's what I've been doing, guys. I've been upgrading my PC, moving my room around. Got the desk in a different position and shit.
I see things look a little different behind you.
Yeah. I got everything moved around a little bit. You know, I got like the PC in the corner over here now instead of over here. So I'm moving some things around in here, making it look different, I guess. But yeah, I look forward to playing some more games. You know what? I was gonna buy Callisto Protocol, and I really was looking forward to playing that game.
Oh, I played that as well.
Forgot
about that.
Until the reviews came out for the PC, Mayo.
I heard they were not that good.
Now, had I had an Xbox Series X or a PS5, I would have bought it on there. But on the PC, the game I heard ran like shit at launch. It had like a bunch of stutter fucking issues. It was crashing. It was like a bunch of stuttering. Like, remember how Call of Duty had stutters? And like, there was another game that came out this year that had a bunch of stuttering. I don't remember what it was, but it was on PC as well that had all the stutters. And like, dude, like all these companies, all these review companies on YouTube or whatever, like Digital Foundry and shit, tore that game to pieces. They're like, fucking, this game runs like shit. It performs like shit. It runs like shit. Do not buy this fucking game. And I'm like, that's a shame, dude, because that looked like a fun game. Like, it looked like a cool setting, you know, like being in that space prison or whatever you're in. The moon or whatever the fuck you're in. I don't know what the hell you're in.
Yeah, it's okay. It feels a lot like Dead Space, but not quite.
Does it?
Yeah. I haven't played a lot of it. I played like through like the tutorial and a little bit of the beginning opening bit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I want to play some more of it, but
Are you playing this on what?
It ran okay on my X. Yeah, it ran okay on my Series X. It seemed to be running okay.
All right, so you do have a Series X.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. So that's good. Yeah, I mean, yeah, on the PC, I don't know. There was a big patch they came out with the other day on Twitter saying that they're going to have a big patch, like a big, they called it the fixer patch or some shit. And that was supposed to fix all the issues on the PC or the main issues on the PC. I don't know if that did fix them or not because I went to Steam today and I was looking at it. And the review still said mixed. And, you know, some people were saying, like, do not buy this game. And some people were saying, like, yeah, you should buy it. It's like 13 hours long. It's a good story, whatever. It's fun. And some other people were saying, like, nah, this shit sucks. Don't buy it. It's fucking boring. So I'm kind of like mixed, you know, like I'm torn because.
Wait for a sale.
There's this game, right? And then there's like next month, Dead Space is coming out. So it's like.
Yeah.
You know, I should just wait for Dead Space and wait for a sale on this. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'd say see if it goes on sale at Christmas.
I think it will.
Probably.
I think it'll be down to like $40. I'm thinking. But I know
maybe the PC version will be a little better.
Yeah, I'm hoping that
by then
will fix it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, even with that, that's all I played, man. So what have you been playing, Ryan and Mayo? Whichever one wants to go.
I've been playing a couple of games. So I'm still playing Vampire Survivors. That I don't think I've talked about that game on here yet.
Not much.
Yeah, because I have it installed and I have not played this game yet. I keep hearing really good things about it.
Play it, man. I
keep hearing good things about it.
It just sucks you in. And the thing is you're gonna look at this game and you're gonna go, "What is this stupid game? This is 8-bit graphic garbage, bullet hell stuff."
Yeah.
And then you start playing it, and if you don't give it the chance, if you don't give it enough time to catch you, it won't. But if you just give it time and you start to figure out the things that you should be upgrading and to get further and further, all of a sudden you'll turn into a god and you'll be fucking unstoppable and nothing can touch you. And you can just walk through enemies. It's crazy how much fun it is. But I could see how people would get bored. My whole thing is it catches me with the, hey, there's another thing unlocked. Hey, there's another thing unlocked. Hey, there's another thing unlocked. Let's go try that. Try that out. Try that one. You know what I mean?
It doesn't
finish another level. Another thing unlocked. You know what I mean? Oh, I got another character. Try him out. You know what I mean? New powers. And then you get all these. You'll be there for hours. You'll just be like, what the hell just happened? Like 5 hours just passed and I was playing this little tiny game. And I didn't even realize it.
It doesn't look good, man. It doesn't look good.
But dude, I'm telling you, play it. You don't even do anything. You move around. That's all you do.
What fucking game is that? Oh yeah, Ryan. I want you to play a game where you don't do nothing.
You just move around, Jesus. Move around. You're good.
All you do is use your left stick and you move. You don't push any buttons. Nothing. Everything auto fires. So everything's on a timer. So you can take cooldowns down so that it's firing constantly all the time. Or you can level stuff up so that it's stronger, and that's the whole side of the game that's fun and entertaining. You're kind of it's almost like an idle clicker, but you're not idle because you're still moving around, right? But there are points where you get so strong that you could just stand in one spot and nothing can get close to you because you're fucking killing everything around you, and you will get swarmed, like completely swarmed from all directions, and you got to defend it. Like there is things that are hard about it, but once you figure out how to defend against that stuff, it just becomes fun. You turn into a god and you just destroy everything, and you just run around laughing going,
I wonder if I don't want to be a god.
Well, then this game's probably not for you.
I want to play Jesus Simulator.
I heard that came out.
It's out, I think. Is it out? Or is it a beta that's out?
I don't know. It might be an early access or something. But speaking of early access, I've also been playing a game that came out of early access a little while ago, Grounded. And I have been playing this game forever. Like this game caught me. It sucked me in. And here's the thing. And when it came out in early access, I didn't care for it. I didn't really like it at all. I was like, this game's not for me. I don't like survival games, blah, 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 blah. I sat down and I gave it a chance after it came out 1.0, and it just sucked me in, man. It was so good. You're just this kid, and you shrunk down like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids kind of style in a big, huge backyard. And there's fucking insects everywhere that are attacking you, and you can use their parts to upgrade yourself and make new gear and new weapons and all this. And, you're out kind of just wandering around trying to figure out the map, you know what I mean? And open stuff up and go to these different bases. There's a whole story behind how you got shrunk down and the guy that did it, and he's in there with you, but you don't really see him, and then he comes around later. It's like there's a whole kind of story behind it. And I finally, after I need to look up how many hours I played that game.
A lot of hours.
It's a lot, but like it just sucked me in, and I had so much fun. But when you start it, it's really, really difficult. Like you are running away from everything in the beginning because you don't really know how to kill things, and you might not have strong enough weapons to kill stuff. But again, like Vampire Survivors, you kind of like, you get stronger and stronger and stronger, and you start figuring out patterns and stuff like that, and how to kill these different insects and what they're weak against and stuff like that. And it becomes a lot of fun. And I wouldn't suggest playing this game alone, because I feel like this game was really meant to be played with people. And I think that might be why I started having more fun, was because I was playing with a friend of mine. Mm-hmm. And but even after I had played with him, once I got the hang of things, I could play it by myself and not have a problem with it. But it just, I feel like that it really helped having somebody to like help you out and like try and figure things out together, because there were some things that were really hard. Like some of the bases get pretty hard to figure out how to get through them and stuff. So having somebody there to like shoot the shit with and like try and figure things out was really handy. But yeah, Grounded, if you haven't checked out Grounded, check it out. It's on Game Pass. It's really worth playing. I really enjoy that game.
Yeah, I haven't heard a lot of good about it anymore. You know, I haven't checked it out since it was in beta way back.
Yeah, it's changed a lot, and there's a new update coming. I think next week they're adding more stuff, and they've added like 3 or 4 things so far. They've added a couple of bosses, because there's like just random bosses that you'd never even see if you're just playing through the storyline. You might not even know where to go to fight them or how to. You know what I mean? Because you need something to summons them. And yeah, but yeah, there's like a mantis and a giant spider. What the heck is it? The mother demon or something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, it's fun, man. Check it out. If you really want to check it out, guys, let me know. We'll fucking start a brand new fucking world, and we can play together. I'm down to do that if you guys want. We'll start an HGP backyard. We can all just jump in whenever we want. That's the cool thing about this game is, say all 4 of us we were gonna play our own world, right? Together. We don't all need to be online at the same time. Like, you can, when you get together and you go and kill a boss or something like that, or whatever, or you're building or whatever, you can all be online at the same time. But it's, if you share your world with everybody, that means that anybody can come into that world at any time. And then when someone else comes in, their save will sync up with your save, and anything you've done will be in their world, and anything they do will be in your world when you come back. So gotcha. It's really cool how that works. So like my buddy would, he doesn't work, right? So he's home all day, and he would just sit around building the base while I was at work, right? And I'd come home and I'd be like, oh God, there's this big, huge fucking base here now. What's going on? And then I'd do something in the base. I set up a big fucking section where we put all our armor and stuff, and we can just walk up to the dummies and take our armor off and then go do whatever we want. And then I put all the weapons up on the wall. Like, there's a lot of decorating and building to it as well, but you don't really need it. You could just build a little shack if you wanted to. You know what I mean? You don't have to build some giant thing if you don't want to. As long as you have enough stuff or enough room for the stuff that you need to like do your upgrades and all that stuff. You kind of need at least one home base. But in our game, we have 3 bases. just in different sections. So, and then zip lines going between them all and all kinds of crazy stuff. But yeah, it's a great game. I can't say enough about it. I really love it a lot. And it kept me entertained for like the last fucking like 6 months, something like that. Really, I feel like I've been playing it for so long. What else did I play? Oh, guys, there's a new update in Wobbly Life.
Oh,
It's my Adventures of Wobbly Life. It's back. No, there is a new update in Wobbly Life. I don't think anybody really plays it other than me, just with my daughter. But it's a lot of fun. I'm still having fun with that game. And they keep updating it. It's really crazy. They add new shit like every couple of months. They just added like this big cave that you can go into now, and it's all ice. And there's a big slide that you go down, and then you get some new presents and upgrades and stuff like that. And then you move along. But Wobbly Life. If you got a kid and you want to play a game with your kid, you know, it's fun. What else did I play? I played Goat Simulator 3. Oh my god. Okay, so the first Goat Simulator I didn't care for. I didn't like it at all. I didn't feel like there was like, because it was just an open world. It was just like, go do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want, but there was no structure to it, right? Like there was no like missions or things saying, hey, go over here and do this, or you know what I mean? Like it wasn't very suggestive. Why can't I say that word?
Suggestive?
Yes, thank you. I don't know why it would not come out right. I was saying it right in my head, and the words were not coming out of my mouth right. Okay. And it just didn't. It never clicked with me at all. I get how it was funny and stupid, right? But Goat Simulator 3, which, by the way, there is no Goat Simulator 2, in case you didn't know. Because a lot of people are like, what? There was Goat Simulator 2? I didn't even know. And I'm like, nope, there wasn't. That's part of the joke. It's Goat Simulator 3. So this one has a lot more structure. It's got missions. It's got things to do. There's an alive world around you. There's people wandering around. You're grabbing fucking tractors and running people over. The game, I don't want to spoil it, but the game opens really cool. And it opens like a game you've played before. I'll just say that. And it's actually really funny how they do it. And there's a lot of stuff like that in it where it's like little nods to like gaming stuff or little nods to, you know, pop culture references and stuff like that. Sprinkled all throughout the game. But it's set up like an Assassin's Creed game almost. There's like towers that you got to get to, and the goat towers, and you synchronize with the goat tower, and then it opens up sections of the map and opens up more missions and stuff like that. And so the first thing I did was run around and synchronize all the towers that I was able to get to. And then you go through all these stupid missions, just like dumb stuff. Like there's a cooking show one where you gotta like impress the judges. You gotta cook for the judges. And like you can do anything you want. You can take a person and fucking lick them, fucking carry them over to the pot and throw them in the pot. You can pick whatever you want, throw it in there. And you finish the mission, you unlock a new hat or cosmetic or something like that. And then you go to the next mission, and the next mission is something just as goofy. Like, you know, I unlocked this rocket pack, and it literally fires me all the way up into the fucking stratosphere. And I'm staring down going like, how can I get down from here? You just fall. You're a goat. You'll survive. Yeah. It's okay.
Of course, right?
Yeah. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and it's making me laugh a lot. That's why I think I'm enjoying it so much. Is just because I'm just like, this is so stupid and funny, like it's just really dumb. And I'm glad there's a lot more structure to it now, where it's like, yeah, go here and do this mission, or here's a thing for you to do, because you can still just wander around and do stupid shit if that's what you want. But at least there's some sort of direction now. It seems like.
Yeah, that was probably the complaint about the first one. It was too much like Gary's mod, back in the day, and
Yeah.
you just kind of could do whatever you wanted, and it was fun to mess around, but you just kind of get bored with it kind of quick, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Like you just didn't really have that goal or something to be done or something. You can only mess around so much, and then you're like, okay, I'm done with this.
Yeah. Yeah, I think for the most part, that's pretty much all I've been playing this week. What about you, Mayo? Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Jesus.
What's up?
You're not fucking playing God of War? What's going on?
No PS5.
Oh, yeah. I forgot you sold it. Yeah.
I sold it.
Okay. All right. That's
but I've had 3 different opportunities now to order one from Amazon.
Oh, yeah. You can find them now. I saw one at Walmart the other day. I was like, ugh. But
they keep emailing me saying, hey, you want a PS5? We got them right now. Jesus, we'll hold one for you for 3 days.
I'm done with Sony. There's no way I'm buying a PS5.
And I'm like, nah, I don't need it. I'll wait for it to come to the PC in a year.
When I saw the price tag, Canadian, $740 Canadian for a PS5.
How much is the Xbox?
$740. 500.
Wow, really? 500 Canadian?
Oh no, sorry, I think it's 600. I think it's 600 Canadian.
Okay.
But I remember that. Remember when they first released, I got mine a day one. And remember Matt Bradford bought his PS5 and we were comparing the price and he was like, "Oh, I paid this much." And I said to him, I paid this much. I wonder why the PS5 was more expensive. So even at launch day, the PS5 was more expensive than the Xbox up here.
That's weird.
Yeah. And that's just another reason why it's another X on Sony for me. And the way they've been laced recently and the way they treat their fucking fan base is just ridiculous.
They have the exclusives. I'll give it to Sony on that.
No, absolutely they do. They do. They've got great games. It's not the studios that I have a problem with. It's Sony that I have a problem with. I love fucking Naughty Dog. I love fucking Santa Monica Studios. I love the work they do. I just hate the company they do it for.
Yeah. Speaking of Sony, I was thinking about buying it today. I actually saw that Horizon Zero Dawn on Steam. It's like $13.
Oh, nice. I enjoyed it. I played it through and beat it.
I know I played it once. I just never beat it. I don't know if I want to do that again.
Yeah, I got about 3/4 of the way through that game, and I was like, eh.
I don't know how far I got.
You're talking about the first one, right? You're talking about the first one? Yeah. I never played the second one, but the first one I got about 3/4 of the way through, and I was just like, I'm not going back to this.
It's on sale right now on Steam for like $13, and I was like,
$13 isn't bad though.
It's a cheap price. Maybe I should pick it up and see if I want to get through it.
Yeah.
I don't know though. There's just I don't know.
Yeah, they see that. I'm gonna say about everything now. It's gonna look good on that monitor, Jesus.
Yeah.
You want to see every game on that monitor. Just start buying them all.
I'm buying them all. Fuck.
Because it's gonna make it look good.
Just be forewarned that consoles don't do 21:9. It'll be at a regular aspect ratio.
It doesn't support it?
No. Unfortunately.
I think
I tried that with my Xbox and it just leaves black edges on the side.
I think I had that one when I owned my 21:9 because I got rid of that. I bought that 280 hertz monitor, and I thought it did have support for 21:9.
That's sure that it does.
Yeah, okay.
The series does, or I'm talking about on a 1X.
No, he's talking about on the PC.
I'm talking about the PC. It has it on the PC.
What? Oh no! I mean, if you plug a console in your monitor.
Oh no! I was thinking about buying it on Steam.
I thought you were talking about buying a PlayStation. I see what you're saying.
No, it's on Steam right now for $13. Yeah.
$13, why not, right?
It's pretty cheap.
If you think you can play it anyways.
Maybe, I don't fucking know if I will. Probably not. I'd rather buy like some Assassin's Creed bullshit.
Yeah.
Anyways, what have you been playing, Mayo? Talk to me.
Oh man, Jesus. The one game I've been playing the most here this week was good old Battlefield. Of all games, now that we got you off of Battlefield a little bit, it's my turn to like go ahead and just like jump on. And I didn't feel like picking it up when it was like to buy it for some reason. You kept hearing all this bad press about Battlefield, how it wasn't as good.
Bad press.
Well, you're like the only one that ever seemed to like the game. Everybody else is like, screw this game. We don't like the operators. And then every week, Jesus is going, I played Battlefield all week. I played one game this week. Right? Then so, but hey, it's paying off now, right, Jesus? Like you're in like S rank over there. You're like S 5,000 rank or whatever. And I'm over here in my hobo, like level 25,
Fucking
going in with all these other new Xbox guys because this game came to Game Pass. That's what made me start playing it again, which was nice. A nice ad. I'm glad they finally got it in there. And I don't know if that, I'm sure it probably helped their player count a lot because, when I'm on there now, I see a lot of guys in my party. Xbox says that it's on an Xbox or PlayStation. It'll say Xbox level 9, Xbox level 15, Xbox level 12.
All the Xbox are on there now. Yeah.
So all the Game Pass boys are on there now, like me. So it's like Christmas for guys like Jesus, like how they say about Call of Duty. All these new players are on all
the noobs showing up.
All these noobs are in there. So Jesus
and it's funny you mentioned that because the other day I was in a match, dude, and we were legit. Brink and I were playing, and we were destroying this team, dude. We were playing breakthrough, and this team was putting up no defense, dude. Like it was like we were just walking up to them and just destroying these guys left and right.
It was one of those 5-minute breakthrough runs where you just
it was so fast, and we were just taking the objectives. It's like boom, objective captured, moving on, next objective captured, and we were just taking out their tanks left and right. Their vehicles were getting wrecked, their helicopters were getting wrecked. And then I typed in the chat like, "Come on, guys! Like, are these guys even trying?" And somebody replied like, "It's all the new Xbox players," and I was like, they're probably fucking right. It's all the new Xbox people that got it for free.
Yeah. I do feel at a disadvantage a little bit with like grinding and getting some of the guns. Like I just get my ass kicked sometimes, and it's like I get a new gun unlocked, and I'm like, okay, this gun's more powerful, and I want to like use it. But I'm like iron sight or red dots, and I'm like trying to use it indoor when I can. But when I'm outside, it's like, oh, let me deal with this guy who's sniping across the map, and I'm running around with this new gun with a red dot on it, and just trying to hold my own. But I tell you, it's so chaotic when you start playing like breakthrough and you're the holding team or the pushing team, and they got those ones like that one that has that big square building in the center. I found every time when we're on the team that's pushing, it's so hard to get into that thing and keep it, and just it's just a constant fight. Like you get there and you just know it's just like this big long battle is going to take place. And
remember like the battle we were having last night, Mayo, on that one building on Kaleidoscope in the Korean map.
Yeah, that's the other one.
And that objective in C2, that was the last objective they had to get, man. And we were not giving that up.
We probably held that for what, 20 minutes?
Literally
minutes,
like 20 minutes, Ryan. We were fighting these dudes for like 20 minutes straight in this one fucking room. In one room. Our entire team was in one fucking room. We were not giving that fucking room up for nothing, dude. We had everyone in there.
Points, it's like a square. You got an opening in every corner, and you got teams just like watching every doorway.
Yeah.
And you got Gatling guns everywhere, and you got tanks driving in the building.
Yeah, you got Jeeps in there and shit.
It was crazy. There was this pure chaos. There's people just throwing grenades in there left and right. So all you see all these grenades spawning from the enemy.
Smoke. The guys kept popping.
Everywhere.
They kept trying to go in there by throwing smoke. Remember, they kept throwing smoke in there. Everything was all smoky and shit.
Yeah, you couldn't see anything. All you seen was bullets bouncing off of things. You heard the bullets and stuff, and you didn't know what people were shooting at half the time. You're just trying to help out as much as possible, and it was chaos, and it was so noisy. Jesus is over there talking to me, and I'm like, what? It is because of constant explosions and constant things going on. The game was just chaotic, and there's been multiple times where I've been there like that. And I've been on the other side of that too, where you're trying to push and get in, And when the other team or whatever you're playing against gets fortified down in there, and you're just trying to push and get in there, and it can be difficult sometimes. It's crazy. A little bit gun wise, I'm getting some of the stuff unlocked. You get the mastery of each gun, so then I don't know if I want to stick with like the beginning guns and keep just getting that mastery high on those and keep rolling with those, or go with guns a little bit later on. They do more damage, maybe a little less accurate, but way more damage.
I find it might be better for you right now, since you're a new player, to try to stick to one gun. And instead of familiarizing yourself with a bunch of different guns, right, trying to find the perfect gun, familiarize yourself with the game itself. Like, learn how to play the game. Because you were asking me yesterday, how is it that you only, like, you were asking me, how is it that you only have like 5 kills per year on the top? And I'm telling you, it's because it's not about kills. It's about like supporting your teammate.
Yeah, and I started doing that afterwards, and I started figuring that out a lot more, because a lot of times I would just run around with the character. I had like the rocket launcher, and I was never switching out, saying like ammo packs or med packs and stuff like that. And so I would take out the vehicles occasionally, but you don't get that opportunity that often.
No,
and I don't know how many points that gives you for this stuff, but like once I started using ammo packs and dropping the med packs, then I started like running around the middle of the list.
You learn that Battlefield is not really a kill game. It's not like a kill count game. It's more of a support game. Like, it's just a support objective type game.
And I kept trying to play objective, like if it's like trying to capture something, I would try to capture it, or I would try to hold. But I'm like, man, I'm still just like down there in points. I'm like, what do I have to keep doing to get more points, And then I even learned things like with Jesus. One time we were in that one map, you kept raising those one little
like barriers or whatever,
like blockade things, and I'm like, what's he doing? So I went over and you could see I had like a little button. It's like hit E, and I raised it. And it's like 5 points. I'm like, oh shit, okay, I get it.
Now you know how I get all my points. I'm over there running around, putting up barriers.
I'm learning all your secrets already, Jesus. You're gonna be in trouble.
I'm over there putting up barriers while everyone else is fucking, doing random shit.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I've been having a good time with it. It's a great Game Pass game. I can appreciate it for what it is, and now maybe I kind of consider buying it, because it's on sale right now on Steam for $20 right now as well. So I'm like, maybe if I put time into it and it comes off of Game Pass, then I'll be screwed, But I almost feel like this one might be on Game Pass for a while, because they've had that partnership with EA.
It's not on Game Pass itself. It's on the EA
Play.
It's on EA Access now, and I think EA's policy is once games go into the EA Access vault, they don't ever really pull games out of the vault.
Yeah.
Unless they somehow, the only thing that I've seen them pull from the vault is games like the Saboteur and shit like that. But that's because they lost the licenses to play the music or something that was in there, and they couldn't get it renewed. So they had to take the game out because the game had some music in it that they couldn't get the license renewed for.
They own Battlefield, so that'll
stay. They own DICE and they own Battlefield. They own the IPs, so that'll stay in there for sure. I have no doubt about that.
So as long as there's a deal between EA and Microsoft,
if that deal ends, then you're right. Then then EA Access goes away. But then you could just go and sign up for EA Access and get that or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I haven't thought about picking up like the Game Pass and the Battle Pass, and just picking up the game on Steam and the Battle Pass as well. But like you said, maybe I'll just pick up the Battle Pass and just keep playing it off of that, and I'll have a little bit of my money that way, and a little bit of support, and I can kind of do that.
Because I as much shit as people gave DICE for this game release, and I did too. I mean, I think that the game released a horrendous state. They pretty much lied to us. I mean, let's be honest. That's what they did. But
they put out a half-baked game and fucking decided to build it as they went.
Yeah, and that's the shitty part, that the game is still not done even a year. Because even till now, the game doesn't feel like it's fully done yet. Even though they have done a lot of things to fix it, the game doesn't feel like it's fully realized yet, which I think that's going to come next month. Because next month, they're going to introduce the class system back, Mayo. And that's coming in their January update, which they said is their next big update. It's in January. And in that one, they also said they're going to bring back a new Battlefield 4 map. So they said it's going to be a map from Battlefield 4 that they're remaking in the Frostbite 3 engine or whatever. Kind of like how they did Caspian Border and North Shark Canals and some of those maps that you see in the Portal mode or whatever, those maps, those old maps that you see in there.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to do that, but with one of the Battlefield 4 maps. Now, which one? We don't know, because Caspian Border was in Battlefield 4. So maybe they'll do like Gulf of Oman, or I don't know. I was hoping Metro, because that's a really popular map, Metro, the subway one. But people say that they're not going to do Metro because they've already kind of said that they have a plan for a map like Metro. So I don't know if they're going to want to have two maps that are similar like that in the game. But I'm hoping it's a good map that they pick from Battlefield 4, like a map that everyone kind of liked, because Battlefield 4, I'm not going to lie, till this day, I think it's the best Battlefield they've ever made.
Yeah, you're probably right. I really enjoy that one as well.
Yeah. But I'm glad you're playing it, and I'm glad you're liking it, man.
Yeah. I do have one more question. I did look at the guns the other day, and down, like under the assault class, it shows you a list of guns, right? And as I scroll down, I have a couple guns unlocked that have the Battlefield 3 logo beside them. It says like BF3 on the bottom corner. Are those unlocked only because like I have had 3, or what? Why are those showing up?
No. Those are called Battlefield Classic Vault weapons. So those are called Vault weapons because they're in the Battlefield. They're in this game, but you can actually use them in like the 2042 mode. And they're unlocked. So like if you unlock those, because the way you unlock them is by doing challenges. So like some of them, for example, like to get the GOL sniper rifle, you have to get like so many kills with another sniper rifle. And you have to get like so many headshots with another gun, and like use the SOFLAM and spot 50 vehicles or whatever. And doing that, like doing those challenges will unlock those weapons. And then you can use those weapons inside Battlefield 2042 itself.
Okay, because I had a couple unlocked, and I see them in there, and I'm like, oh, maybe something to do with one of my previous games, because I've seen stuff like that before, where previous games will cause something to be unlocked in your new version of the game or something like that, but I just wasn't really sure. So I was like, oh, that's kind of neat, but I haven't messed with that gun at all. I saw it in there, but the other ones have a little higher mastery rank on them already, so I just been sticking with those. But overall, I've been enjoying the little bit I play. Like I said, it's the destruction isn't there. I wish there was more destruction there, like pushing in those buildings. And that's the other thing too. Is probably another thing, they probably don't have the destruction. Because on that, breakthrough mode where, like how we are anchored down in that building, if they could just took the whole building down, we would have been done. They would have done that a long time ago.
We would have lost, because that's all they would have done. They would have parked their tanks outside and just shot the building down.
Yeah, but that made it interesting too, because it made it hard for them to push through, and it made it hard for us. Like I said, it was chaos, and it kind of made it fun. So I do like that aspect that maybe not all buildings can break.
Yeah,
I just wish there was more things that could break. There was. I've seen some buildings where the walls come down.
Yeah, like in the new map, right? Like if you shoot at the walls will sort of come down or whatever. Like the panels will start coming off the building.
Yeah, I remember one time I backed into a wall,
cool.
And next thing I know, the wall came down behind me, and I'm like, "Oh, I guess I ain't got this recover anymore." I'm in this room, and the wall was gone.
Like, and what's weird though is that they don't have the destruction in the new Battlefield, like the new 2042 maps, but in the classic maps like Caspian Border, North Shore Canals, and those maps, like the Battlefield Bad Company maps, they kept the destruction in those games. It's fucking weird to me, man. Because me and Brink, we were playing Rush the other day. And I joined Brink, and Brink wanted to play some Rush. So we were playing Rush. And all those Rush matches were like in these old maps, like in the Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 and like Bad Company maps. And all those maps have the full destruction. Like you can blow up any fucking wall. The walls will come down. You can put C4 on a fucking wall and it'll blow up the entire wall and the building will come down. And like, cause even we were in a tank, and what I ended up doing is I ended up driving the tank through a wall and made a hole in the wall. And that's how our team got into the objective. Cause our team couldn't get into the building. So I just fucking jumped into a tank, and Brink was in there with me, and I just fucking drove the tank right into the wall, dude. And it just took the wall down. And Brink was like, damn, Jesus, that was pretty good. I'm like, yeah, bro, you got to use the strats, Mayo. You're muted, Ryan. But yeah, that's what I like. I mean, so yeah, you're right. Maybe the destruction, we miss it, but maybe you're right. Maybe it's a good thing that it's not there.
And maybe, like I said, just in certain spots. I wish they would have had maybe more buildings that would have came down. Maybe the last one is a more fortified kind of thing, make it harder, but because there is ones where like the flag area that you got to protect is outside on quite a bit of things, but ones where it's on the inside are really hard to get, and they're really hard to capture and hold, or not necessarily hold, but they're hard to capture. But
no, I agree.
The other things I've been playing, I didn't play much of it yet. I learned a little more about Elden Ring. I didn't play it much initially. I kind of died a couple times early on and messed around with it. And then I was avoiding like this one little spot. And then come to find out, like watching a video, I was supposed to go over there to get my horse. This is all beginning game stuff. So I'm like, oh shit. So I need to go talk to this person. This is how I get my horse, So then I got the horse, and then the video, they're like, okay, now you should go do this, and you should run past this guy and go do this, and then you go talk to this person, and then go talk to that person like right away. And it was almost kind of speeding through things. And then I was kind of like, meh, I'm good for now. I'm going back to Battlefield. So I played it a little bit. It was getting late. I got tired, and then I'm going back to Battlefield for just a little bit, and then kind of stopping. But I mean, the game looks good. It runs okay enough. Like, I do have some gripes about the way it runs. I really wish it was not capped at 60 frames on PC. That's something I don't really understand. Yeah, it's still capped at 60 frames.
Like, there's no option at all to like go in there.
Not that I didn't really search it much, but there's nothing in the menus. Like it's. Is
there like okay? No. Have you gone to the Reddits, Mayo?
No, I haven't researched.
Is there like any way to like get into the game files and like unlock something,
like INI files, and edit something and maybe to unlock it or something? I don't know. Yeah. But by default, without doing any like hardcore digging, there is no option in the options to go past 60 frames.
That's lame. That's lame.
And my game's locked at 60 frames. I mean, it runs good enough. My PC is strong enough that I don't have any problems there. But I just like to have a little more. Like that's what I have.
Ryan, we like to have a little more, Ryan.
Well, I mean, we're paying for these PCs. They're not cheap. And if we wanted to play at 60 frames, we'd play
these
on
$1,300 monitors aren't cheap.
Yeah, so
we want more frame rates.
Stop buying Beyond. Come on now.
All right, listen, Ryan. If I bought a $1,300 monitor, I want to use all the $1,300 out of it.
Well, that's fine and all, but right? I didn't make the game.
I'm blaming you, Ryan. I'm blaming you, motherfucker.
No, I believe it is capped at 60. I don't think you can do anything about that.
Yeah, unless like some kind of hacks or something like that where you can edit.
Yeah, there might be a mod or something that unlocks it. I don't know.
The community is pretty smart about that stuff.
I wonder if they did that. I wonder if they did that just to save money on developing the game. Like, because you got to think about that. Once you unlock frame rates, then as a developer, you have to tell the developer, okay, now we need the programmers to target this shit to run stable at 120, at 100, at 110, at 150, at 160.
I don't know. Like, because you think we'd see that more often.
I wonder
in smaller companies and stuff. But a lot of the smaller companies, their stuff's unlocked and it just runs. You pick up any indie game, and it could run 300 frames and it's going to run it. So if it was extra work, you wouldn't think an indie company would do it.
I wonder if it runs 120 on Series X if you have the right TV.
I wonder too, or like on the PS5, right?
I'm guessing no.
Performance. I'm guessing no.
Since it won't on a PC at all, that it probably won't on the Series X.
I'm thinking what they ran into is they probably did have it unlocked at some point, Mayo, and they figured
it didn't run well.
Yeah, that something went wrong really bad. They're like, holy fuck! If this shit goes over 60, we're like fucking having some weird glitches going on. Like, fuck that. Let's just cap this and call it a day.
Yeah. And there's another thing too. I can't remember exactly what I did. When I first started the game, it was like flickering really bad. Not like a stutter. Like the graphics. The graphics were like flashing every time I would pan the camera. And it was something I had to do with like going to full screen, or like I think I was in full screen and I had to change it to borderless windows or something. But whatever it was, when I changed it fixed it. And that was kind of annoying right away too. I was like, really? I had to like do that, You'd think a game would have that kind of support to just not have that problem right away. But
apparently there's an unofficial FPS unlocker
for PC.
Yeah.
Is it just like some kind of download for it?
Yeah, I'm on Reddit.
Yeah. Like I said, I didn't really just like dig too hard But it would be nice to have it unlocked. So maybe I'll mess around with that this week.
Okay, it says you have to disable anti-cheat, play offline, and install a special tool.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you can do this.
That always sounds shady, doesn't it? It's like, okay, you have to turn off your anti-cheat.
Well,
you got to play offline.
The game. You're doing something that the developer didn't intend for you to do, right? So,
yeah, turn off your antivirus and then launch this program we created, and then you'll get, okay, yeah, no, thank you. But yeah, maybe I'll check it out. Just the last thing, Ryan, something I've been playing, you and I both liked. Went back to Dead Cells a little bit.
Oh yeah,
and in that game they keep adding and adding. Have you played it since the last update?
A little bit, but not very much. I didn't get very far.
Where they unlock some of this stuff. I got some of the new skins and some of the characters, and they just add so many things in that game. So I go in, I'm running through the normal game, and I seen this little like statue totem looking thing. And it's like activate. So I activate it, and this little shadow guy comes out of it. And I'm like, I've seen that character before. I know it's from another game. I can't remember what game. But I didn't even know what to do with it. It's like running from me, like bouncing across the screen. And I hit it a couple times, and I was like hurting it. I'm like, okay. So then it like runs off the screen, and it was just gone. So it was like a limited time chance to like kill this thing, right? So I ended up doing another run later because I ended up dying. I'm still playing on 2 BC. And I had another run later on. I found another one like on another random world. It was like the third world in or something like that. And so I'm like, oh, here's another one. So I hit it, and I knew this thing was going to come out of it, right? But this time, 2 of them comes out of it. And I'm like, what the hell? So I ended up chasing both of them down, and both of them pretty much stay on screen. I managed to kill both of them, and it unlocked me a skin. And I think it was for the Risk of Rain skin. So I have it looks like the character from Risk of Rain in there now. But it's just, I find it really cool that they can sit there and like throw all these little things in their game from other indie games. So now they got like Risk of Rain, they got like that Skull Hero Slayer game, and the Shovel Knight guy, and they got just so many different little game nods in there now.
Yeah,
it's really kind of neat to see. They have stuff from the Elder Scrolls series. Like if you look at the paintings in the background, it shows like the campfire, and then it has stuff from Castlevania back from the old roots on the paintings and stuff like that. And it's just neat to see that a game has that kind of like support for other games in it, and then they're doing like little cross things where that stuff's in there and then they just keep coming out with this new content and creative content. And that's another reason why this game just keeps giving, and that was a free DLC they gave us. They only ever charged, I think, for 1 or 2, and it wasn't very much. So I don't know why they keep doing it. Like sometimes they're charging, sometimes they're not.
I thought most of them were charged.
So far, they've all been free for me, but 2. The giant one, I think, is one I had to pay for.
Well, I think I bought the last one. It was $5.
And then there's another one I think I had to buy or I didn't buy. But yeah, and they're cheap. They're not expensive. They're like $5. Most people are willing to pay it. But they just keep adding so much this game, and they have like this, the training room now.
I was willing to pay it. You know what I mean? I didn't even play it, and I bought it because I put so much time into that game.
Right.
I'll support the developer. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
for $5,
I think I have 300 hours in Dead Cells now. I think.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot of hours, and I have so many guns so many weapons unlocked in that game now. It's just ridiculous. And it's so many different play styles, and the way the game plays you, and the way the character looks, you can change so much now. And I feel like I keep discovering new stuff every time I play that game. I even go back on like a normal difficulty when I was playing it through on normal, and I was unlocking some new stuff because of the new DLC. I went back and I'm like, oh, what's this? What's this bank level now? What's all this about? So then I'm playing through that, learning those things. And so like just continually like having new things to do and learn is, and this game, I don't know how old Dead Cells is now, but I've been talking about it for a good minute. Like at least since I've been on the podcast. So,
and it was out long before on PC than it was on console.
Right. But and it's still on Game Pass. That's one of them games that you see games come and go on Game Pass, and that game's always been on. Yeah, last time I looked, like a month ago, it was still showing up on Game Pass.
I thought it left. I thought I remembered hearing that it left. I don't know,
but
could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm just going to kind of just double check myself, but it's been great.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Really enjoy it. Yeah, it's still on there.
Oh yeah, it is. There it is.
It also has Curse of the Dead God references in there as well.
Yeah,
there's another one that they
which
throw
is
in
funny because it's like a game that kind of is very similar to it. It's almost like it's competition.
And that's the thing that kills me. Like, there's some games that are like it, and they still support each other, and they put some stuff in there. It's really cool.
Yeah, see, all 3 DLCs were paid, but they're like, for me, $6.49. They're on sale right now, 10% off for $5.84 for me.
I remember
I own them all anyways.
Yeah, like on Steam, I don't think I had to pay for any but 2.
Because there's the Fatal Falls DLC, the Bad Seed DLC, and the Queen and the Sea DLC. Oh, that's something. You haven't played the Warhammer 40K game?
No, I have not.
That's PC only.
Is that on
Warhammer 40K Dark Tide? It's on Game Pass.
Nice.
I think Gunny started playing it. I'm downloading it now.
I see they just added the Star Wars saga. It actually just popped up on mine. It wasn't there earlier when I was looking. The Star Wars Lego saga.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It just popped up on. I knew that was coming, but I'm still looking forward. Ryan, we're getting really close to High on Life.
I know. I can't wait. 12-12.
Ooh,
yeah,
I'm excited for that game.
Yeah, me too.
It's a Game Pass game, right?
That's right.
So, hell yeah, even more excited to play that because it's free for me. Whoa, I guess
Game Pass, free, right? The gift that keeps on giving.
It's not free because I pay for Game Pass that I never use every month, but still.
Hey, I'm using it now.
Use it, man. Why don't you play Warhammer?
I literally pay for Game Pass every fucking month, and it's just like Netflix. I fucking pay for this shit, never use it.
I don't know why you don't use it, man. There's a lot of good games on there.
Even though Netflix though, I've been watching that Wednesday show. It's pretty good, that Wednesday.
I've been hearing
I started watching that too. Yeah, it was all right.
I watched that, and I also watched Captain Phillips.
What's that?
The Captain Phillip, bro. The fucking guy who got kidnapped back in the day or whatever. The Navy SEALs shot the fucking pirates. That movie was so fucking boring. It was like 2.5 hours long, but I was like committed halfway through, and I was like, I gotta finish this movie. I gotta watch the Navy SEALs shoot these fucking crackheads. Pirates.
It was a movie?
Yeah, it's the movie. It's based on a true story. It's about like this captain who was captain of like this cargo ship, and like these guys took him hostage, and the Navy went out there and fucking stopped them and shot them or something. Based on a true story.
Who was in that movie? Was it like a big actor?
What's his name? I know who you're talking because I just saw the movie.
Was it Hanks? Was it Tom?
Yeah,
Hanks?
Tom Hanks. Yeah, it was Tom Hanks. He plays Captain Phillip.
Yeah, I remember when that came out in theater.
Back in 2010, I think it came out. No, 2013 it came out, it says.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Tom Hanks plays the captain, and then these dudes play the pirate, and then yeah. I mean, it's based on a true story, but let me tell you, it doesn't make for a good movie. Like it's like you wait the whole movie to watch some dudes get shot in like half a second, and then the movie's over. Like, oh, Captain Phillips got rescued. Oh, and then he went back home, and the story's over. He went back home. It's like that's what the fuck, dude. I wasted 2 hours of my life watching this film. Hey man, gotta pay for Netflix, okay? Ryan told me to use it, and I'm using it.
I keep my Netflix. I keep them all around. I think. Have you been keeping up with Mythic Quest, Jesus?
So I've watched the first 3 episodes.
I didn't watch last week's or the week.
Let me tell you something about Mythic Quest.
What's that, Brian?
That's got a new season going?
Yeah,
yes, season 3.
Nice. Let me tell you something about Mythic Quest. When season 3 started, I completely forgot what the fuck had happened.
It's been a while. I was the exact same way.
Listen, I forgot. I forgot that Poppy and the main guy Ivan
Broke
or
off.
Ian. I forgot that they left Mythic Quest and started their own game company. I fucking completely forgot about that. I forgot that the game tester chicks, the chicks that are dating or whatever, I forgot that they got fired or they quit from Mythic Quest.
Right, and they added those new characters, those new testers, those two guys.
I forgot that the one dude.
They must have missed a season. Stop spoiling shit.
No, see, exactly. You watched it, but you forgot. That's what I did.
No.
So you don't think you watched the second season?
Yeah, no, I swear I did watch the second season.
I know you did.
And then you're probably like us. There was things.
Yeah, you just forgot, bro.
The monetization guy.
You know what I bet happened? I probably fell asleep at the end.
Monetization guy goes to prison.
Yeah, and then he's back out of prison now, and he's like doing community service kind of work. Like he's like
okay, I remember that.
Okay, yeah. So he went to prison. Now he's back. He's like the janitor in Mythic Quest now. My favorite character in that whole show is the white girl. What's her name?
The assistant girl?
The assistant girl, the Republican.
Joe.
The Republican chick.
The last episode I watched, did you see the one they did the girls' night out?
Yeah.
Where she takes him with a tank.
Yeah.
That was the last one I watched. But my favorite character is either Joe or the girl that handles the complaints. The one that they locked up in the basement. Like she's
the HR, not the HR chick, the community manager.
Yeah. So like she's
in the basement.
No. But in this season, she's actually in the office. She got an actual office.
But she got asked to move back down.
Yeah. No, she went back down because she got pissed off that they were going to do because they told her they were going to start doing NFTs.
NFTs, right. So she's like, I'm going back to the basement.
She's like, you know what NFT stands for? And they're like, yeah, non-fungible. She's like, no fucking thank you. She's like, the gamers don't want this shit. She's like, if there's one thing gamers hate more than...
Thank you, that's perfect.
She's like, if there's anything gamers hate more than loot boxes, it's fucking NFTs. And she was going off. She's like, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm going back to the basement where I belong because you assholes are ruining my life.
Yeah, she's an awesome character.
Yeah, she's funny. It's funny because she's so calm and so nice.
Yeah,
and then
she's like a librarian.
Goes off.
She's like having to deal with everybody's, BS all the time and everybody's complaints, and she's just like borderline crazy. You just can tell.
She goes off on people all the time.
And people that haven't watched it, I'm telling you, if you have access to Apple TV, it's worth it for the $5 a month or $6 a month they're charging now, because just to watch the 3 seasons of that and you just cancel or whatever afterwards, it's really good. If you're into games, it's kind of like what I would say. I tell people it's like The Office meets video games.
Yeah,
it's really good.
It's really good.
But also, if you get that, watch Severance.
I haven't gotten through that one yet. I started like 1 or 2 episodes. I need to.
Bro, Severance, the ending on that, I can't wait for season 2 on that. That shit's fucking cool.
I'll have to like grind through it because I could use something more to watch right now. So, but back in the video game talk, Jesus, that's pretty much all I've been playing. There's those 3 games. I kind of bounced around a little bit. I haven't really played it on the TV. I did play some of the Switch. Actually, we broke that out when the kids were here for Thanksgiving. Since we didn't record last week, so I can talk about it. I had all the kids over, so I had 3 of them over. The oldest one was with his wife, but we did a lot of Mario Party and Mario Kart and the Switch Sports. I ended up buying that, a while back. So we did some of the bowling, and then we did a bunch of the Mario Kart. Playing 4-player, competing against each other. We did a long match of Mario Party and stuff like that, and so we just having some fun with that a little bit too. It's a good family system still to hang out with. Those 4-player games or whatever, it's simple, and the fun little mini games are fun to do. And we were talking some crap, a little bit. And Mario Kart, it's typical Mario Kart.
Yeah.
I almost picked up all the DLC tracks so we could play them for the holiday, but we didn't. I just kind of waited. I don't know if I should go back and get them or not, because I know it's like a lot of the classic ones.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. That's pretty much all I've been doing.
Not bad. Anyways, guys, it's news time.
Wait. Before you get into the news, I gotta go. So, have a good night, guys.
Bye, Canadian.
Thanks for having me again. Later.
Yeah.
Bye. Well, now that we got rid of the dead weight around here.
All right. Now it's back to an American show.
America, fuck yeah. America. Let's get in some news, man. It's news time. Yeah. Mayo, let's talk about some news here. I got some news for you, Mayo.
Okay, good. I need to get educated. I haven't been watching the news here lately.
First piece of news that I have for you is coming out of CD Projekt Red. CD Projekt Red is the makers of Cyberpunk and The Witcher. And also a little game you may or may not know called the Gwent game. It's a card game.
Oh, yes. I remember that little
That was a spin-off.
And they made that spin-off game?
Yeah. It says here that CD Projekt Red is sunsetting the support for Gwent, the Witcher card game, though they have reassured that the game will remain online for years to come. It says here Gwent will be supported with new cards and esports tournaments throughout the year of 2023, but this will end as of 2024, as the game will switch over to a community-focused approach. What is internally known as Project Gwentfinity. Okay.
What is the name?
CD Projekt Red told IGN that a small number of developers will keep Gwent running from this point onwards, with all the remaining team members being transferred to other projects at the studio. Project Gwentfinity will see a seasonal progression system added to the game that rewards creative deck building alongside a new balancing feature that allows the community to vote for changes to balance. Though CD Projekt Red said restrictions will be in place to prevent any manipulation and any game-breaking changes. In the meantime, Gwent will see 72 cards released across all 3 expansions in April, July, and September of 2023. 2 esports tournaments will also take place, and a monthly balance changes will be implemented as normal. CD Projekt Red also says they look to create a fully balanced pool of cards within this time frame, and will implement other features that contribute to Gwent's longevity. It says here Gwent has recently celebrated its 5-year anniversary when it entered open beta in May of 2022, but was first released in closed beta back in 2016.
Wow, it's been 5 years already,
That's crazy. Yeah, I cannot believe that.
I've never really played it, but to think it's been out for 5 years
I tried it when it first came out, I guess in 2016. It says here, Thronebreaker: The Witcher Tales was released as a full RPG spin-off in 2018, and a single-player standalone expansion called Gwent Rogue Mage was released earlier this year. So that's for you Gwent players and aficionados out there. I guess the community will keep the game alive. We'll see how long that goes for. You never know, man. It could become like that, like a Magic the Gathering game where like 30 years from now, people are still playing Gwent or something. I don't know. You never know. And other news, Mayo. Let's move on to some Call of Duty news here.
What would the news be without Call of Duty news, right? Got to have some Call of Duty news in there.
Always have Call of Duty news. That's the rules around here. The U.S. Army. That's right, Mayo.
Oh, big news if it's involving the U.S. Army.
Big military, big America Army. The U.S. Army has halted a planned sponsorship with Activision Blizzard's Call of Duty Esports League after allegations of Activision's workplace culture of harassment and discrimination came to light last year. The Army wasn't the only organization taking another look at its plans with Activision at the time. Sponsors including Coca-Cola and State Farm were also reevaluating their support for the Overwatch League. It says here The Verge reached out to sponsors listed on the Call of Duty League and the Overwatch League websites for comment in August of 2021. And as observed by a Kotaku reporter, Ethan Gatch, the Army appeared in the documents as part of a broader discussion about the brand reputation issue. Oh, if the Army's worried about it, you know that you're fucked. You fucked up. I mean, those guys, they hire you and they yell at you and they mistreat you and they drop you off in the middle of the desert and tell you to go fight people. And they're worried about sponsoring you. You're fucked.
Right?
I mean, come on now. If these guys are the ones that are worried about sponsoring you, you're fucked.
Yeah, you think it'd be the little way, but the other way around. They're like, you're gonna go out there and you're gonna tough it up and you're gonna suck it up and you're gonna be a soldier in training.
Little pussy boy, get out there. Not this army. This army's saying, not in our army. We're gonna have culturally appropriate stuff. Okay. This is the new modern American army, Mayo. It's a new army. Okay, this isn't the army of the Vietnam era, okay? God damn it, you. This is the new army.
This isn't the Good Morning Vietnam.
No, that army doesn't exist no more, I don't think. Shout out to all the people in the army. We love you guys. I'm just fucking with you. If you're in the army, thank you for being in the army, because I'm not in the army. But I appreciate you being in the army, because that keeps us safe in America. We're very lucky. In other news, Genshin Impact is going to war, speaking of armies, against leakers.
Uh-oh.
Dun, dun, dun. They are now
the biggest leaker?
They're suing Discord to find the leaker's real identity.
Why looks like suing Discord then? They assume Discord knows then?
No, Discord knows. They know everything, bro. They listen to everyone.
They do listen to all of us, probably.
It looks like Genshin Impact publisher Cognisphere is going after one of the game's biggest leakers, as reported by Torrent Freak. Lawyers representing the company have filed a DMCA subpoena demanding that Discord provided with the real identity of the person known online as Ubacha. Ubacha is one of Genshin Impact's biggest known leakers and the best known leakers in the world, with more than 465,000 followers on Twitter. That's a lot.
Okay, why don't they go after Twitter then?
No, bro, no. Listen.
Discord.
Listen, Discord knows who Ubacha is, okay?
You don't think Twitter does?
Elon Musk doesn't know, bro. He's busy launching rockets into space and kicking Kanye West off of Twitter because he's saying crazy shit, okay? Like he's too busy with that. He doesn't have time.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't have time to go look for Ubacha. All right? It says here that they're also reliable presence on the Genshin Impact League subreddit and administer the Wangxing Funeral Parlor Discord server, which has more than 272,000 members in that Discord server. It says here that is the server where infringing content was posted, Mayo, according to the first filing. And as a result, Cognisphere lawyers are asking that Discord be ordered, quote, to disclose the identity, including the name or names, address or addresses, telephone number or telephone numbers, and email address or addresses of the user Ubacha #2719, who was responsible for posting infringing content, end quote. The second filing also notes that information obtained will only be used for the purposes of protecting the rights granted to Cognisphere under the Copyright Act. That covers a lot of ground, including legal action, which is something Cognisphere, as Miyo, hasn't been shy about doing in the past. In September 2021, for instance, Mihoyo filed a lawsuit against Chinese video sharing platform and Twitch equivalent Bilibili in order to discover the identities of 11 different leakers. 2 months later, it sued 7 of them for 500,000 yuans. That's about $71,000 each, Mayo, in American money. Mihoyo also filed legal action in September of 2021 that forced the takedown of popular Genshin Impact wiki, Honey Hunter. This latest legal action comes less than 2 months, Mayo, after massive Genshin Impact leak revealed up to 9 months of updates planned for the game. As Games Radar noted, the leak was so big, Mayo, and wide-ranging that many prominent leakers, including Ubacha, disavowed it. That doesn't appear to have done him much good, though. Given the timing and his past history with leakers, it seems very unlikely that Cognisphere is pursuing Ubacha's real identity so it can send him a Christmas card. Discord will almost certainly comply with the request when it's received. Lawsuits like this are typically a formality to ensure that everyone involved is meeting their legal and contractual obligations, after which Ubacha will be revealed, Mayo, to the world, and Cognisphere can go after them as they see fit. At a bare minimum, it seems likely that Ubacha's leaks will come to a halt, but a broader chilling effect on Genshin Impact leaks is another potential outcome. So, there's that. Who do you think Ubacha is, man? Who is this guy? Who do you think he is?
Could you imagine being Ubacha reading this article?
He's probably fucking scared as fuck right now. Like, holy fuck. Or maybe he's smart. Maybe he has like a fake address. Okay. Yeah. He used like his grandma's sister's
He's like these
address.
Xbox Underground guys. When we listened to that episode, I mentioned it before. Like
they got VPN set up. Okay, this guy's like some guy in Romania.
He's probably, I would think. I mean, I don't know for sure, but
he's in fucking Uzbekistan. He's over there chilling.
He would probably have to see maybe this coming a little bit, or make some kind of online fake profile type thing. Like he probably has some kind of generic email he probably used instead of Discord or something like that. And he's probably using a VPN most likely. So he may be all right. Who knows?
You think he's safe? You think Ubacha's safe? Hashtag save Ubacha.
Yeah, there you go.
Hashtag let's get his bail money together, guys. Ubacha leaks. Ubacha forever. Hashtag Ubacha forever.
Sounds like a Marvel movie.
Ubacha. Anyways, Ubacha, hopefully you're out there safe, buddy. People don't like leakers, but you somehow got the information. I bet you he works. He has to work for Genshin Impact.
Probably.
It has to be some guy that works there, right? He's like the janitor or something. Getting all this information from some guy during lunchtime. Okay. Like, hey, bro, what are you working on next for the next 9 months? It's like, oh, bro, we got this whole... Let me show you the roadmap of what we're working on for the next year. This is the roadmap we have of all the content updates. And he's over there like taking pictures with his phone and shit. Like,
right. I got this. Click. Yeah.
Who's that over there? And he makes the guy turn around, look behind him, and he's all taking pictures with his phone and shit real quick.
Right.
Yeah, he's some guy that works for them. I mean, let's be honest here. Who the fuck else is going to have this information? All right. Ubacha works for Genshin Impact. All right, guys. He's in your own house, and you guys don't even know it.
Yeah, okay? we can save him some work, can't we, Jesus? We'll figure this out for him.
Yeah, well, just pay us the money to investigate. We'll find out who Ubacha is. We'll find him. I'll use my skills. Okay, I'll find out who this guy is. In other news, so what is some more news, Mayo? More news. Talk about Fortnite real quick, Mayo. Fortnite Battle Royale Chapter 4 is here, Mayo.
Yes, it is. My son started playing yesterday.
Oh. With the release of the new chapter, Fortnite Battle Royale now makes use of the Unreal Engine 5 newest, most innovative features via Unreal Engine 5.1, Mayo.
Really? I did not know this. Actually, my son mentioned he mentioned some things that they've added. They added like the Doom character is something you can unlock now. The Doom guy.
Listen, in Unreal Engine 5, they weren't able to do that, but with 5.1,
oh, okay, makes all the difference.
Doom character, guy. He's in there now. He's in there. Doom character's in there. We can add him now, guys. We can add him. Okay.
Oh, he was telling me, Jesus, and this is just like all hearsay and thought and rumor. He was telling me I guess they did like a video when they were announcing all this kind of stuff with the Doom guy, and something happened and they went to a first person view, and he said speculations right now is they're going to come out with like a first person view of Fortnite.
Ooh, that'll change it up.
What would that do to Fortnite?
More new players, bro. I would play it if it was first person. Yeah.
He said it would probably mess him up because he's been playing Fortnite in third person for so long that he didn't know if he'd be able to switch.
Remember when PUBG came out with the first person mode? That mode was
right.
And everyone hated it. Everyone hated it, but I loved the first person because it's just more tactical, man. You just gotta rely on your hearing, right? You gotta taste the wind.
That would just be an interesting, they have like the no build mode, which is like the non-ranked. He was telling me all about it 'cause I was asking him about it today. So he plays ranked and it still has building. Because when I was watching him play, he was still building. And I'm like, oh, I thought, oh, it's still an option. And he's like, yeah, when you play ranked, building is required. He's saying he's still in the ranked mode and all that. But he said if you play the non-ranked, you don't have to worry about building. You can go to the non-build mode. So maybe could you imagine if they just threw in like the first person mode as an option or something like that? It could maybe bring in more people. as a possibility. Just like the no building mode did, and a lot of people come back into that game and enjoyed it. And it would be way different, though. I imagine. Trying to play it, but I can see it being entertaining. It'd be interesting.
But let me tell you about this Unreal Engine 5, Mayo. Right? Unreal Engine 5 will usher in a generational leap in visual fidelity, Mayo, bringing an unprecedented level of detail to game worlds like Battle Royale Island. Next gen Unreal Engine 5 features, Mayo, include things such as Nanite, Lumen, virtual shadow maps, and temporal super resolution, which are all now available right now, Mayo, on Fortnite Battle Royale, on the PS5, the Xbox Series X and S, the PC, and in cloud gaming, Mayo. Let me tell you about this, all right? So what do these Unreal Engine... You're wondering, Mayo, what the fuck is Nanite? Well, let me tell you something.
That's what I was wondering.
I know I read your mind. Nanite, Mayo, provides a highly detailed architectural geometry. Specifically, buildings are now rendered from millions of polygons in real time, and each brick, stone, wood plank, and wall trim is modeled in real time. Natural landscapes, Mayo, are highly detailed too. Individual trees have around 300,000 polygons now, and each stone, flower, and blade of grass, Mayo, is modeled in-game in real time. Lumen. You wondering what Lumen is? Lumen reflections provide high-quality ray trace reflections, Mayo, on glossy materials and water. Also, Lumen provides a real-time global illumination at 60 FPS, so you'll see beautiful interior spaces with the bounce lighting on them, plus characters reacting to the lighting of their surroundings. For example, red rugs may bounce red light onto your outfit. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Outfits that have emissive, aka glowing qualities, will scatter light onto nearby objects and surfaces, Mayo. Wow. I'll tell you about virtual shadow maps. Virtual shadow maps allow for a highly detailed shadowing, Mayo. I know you didn't know this. So let me tell you something. Each brick, each leaf is modeled in detail will cast a shadow, Mayo. And a character self-shadowing is extremely accurate now. That means that things like hats and other small details on characters will also cast shadows. And lastly, they've added temporal super resolution. Temporal super resolution is an upgrade over temporal anti-aliasing, Mayo, in Fortnite. And it allows for high-quality visuals at high frame rates. Are you excited, Mayo? Are you going to try Fortnite now? Are you here?
I should. I should go back in there and try it because
check it out. Yeah.
My son was playing today, and he told me that I said there's a new one. I'm like, I should go back into it, mess around with the no build mode again.
He was probably noticing all the nanite technology,
and probably not him, because you know what he does? He turns everything to low. He's like, I gotta have this game running as fast as I possibly can. He's an FPS snob, right? He's got to have every frame. I have this 280 hertz monitor over here, Jesus, right? 1080p, 280 hertz. No, that's not enough, Jesus.
Oh.
He's like, Dad, it's running at 600 frames. I'm like, okay, then turn up the graphics. He's like, hell no. I don't want my shadows better. Or I don't want my bushes to look better or more grass.
What does it look like? It's just a bunch of square polygons running around?
Right. It probably looks like old Fortnite.
Yeah. Is he playing Minecraft? What is he doing?
It's probably like a new update, with Unreal Engine 5. It probably looks like realistic, but I'm watching him play the old turned down version that looks like old Fortnite. I go back and I probably turn it up and it's like a new game. It looks like Cyberpunk.
Damn. Yep, well that's Fortnite. Let me tell you guys. Now you guys know about nanite tech. Okay, it's here. It's real. It's here. It's not a rumor, Mayo. It's here.
Uh-huh.
Ubacha didn't confirm that, but it's real. It's here now. Okay. Let me tell you about something else that happened this week. Video game workers at Microsoft and Activision are now taking steps to unionize, Mayo. A few months after Microsoft announced plans to acquire the video game maker Activision Blizzard, the tech giant said it would remain neutral if Activision workers sought to unionize once the deal went through. Now a major union is testing Microsoft's appetite for organizing at a company it already owns. A group of more than 300 employees at ZeniMax Media, a Maryland-based video game maker, which is now currently owned by Microsoft. That's the company they bought. Remember, they bought it when they bought Bethesda, was ZeniMax?
Yeah.
Well, apparently 300 employees over there have begun voting on whether to form the company's only union in the United States. The vote among quality assurance employees at ZeniMax, which includes prominent studios like Bethesda Game Studios, is taking place under an informal agreement in which Microsoft is staying neutral. It says here, workers can sign a union authorization card, as some began doing last month, or weigh in anonymously for or against unionization on an electronic platform that opened on Friday. The process will conclude at the end of this month and is more efficient than a typical union election, which is overseen by the National Labor Relations Board and can involve legal wrangling over the terms of the election. The same day voting began at Microsoft. A group of workers in quality assurance or QA at Activision-owned studio near Albany, New York, won a union vote 14-0. That result followed a successful union vote in May. About 24 QA workers at an Activision studio back in Wisconsin, which was a first for a major North American video game maker. Activision's planned acquisition by Microsoft for about $70 billion is now facing antitrust review by regulators, and the organizing campaigns at both companies have been under the auspices of the Communication Workers of America, which also represents employees at telecom companies like Verizon and media companies like the New York Times. Together, the development appears to add momentum to a wave of union organizing over the past year at previously non-union companies like Amazon, Starbucks, and Apple. The recent campaigns also suggest that video game workers, who for years have complained about long hours, low pay, and sexual harassment and discrimination, may be increasingly receptive to unionization. A 300-worker union would be quite groundbreaking and could propel QA workers and even other game workers like developers to unionize at other large studios. It says here, a Microsoft spokeswoman said that the organizing campaign was, quote, an example of our labor principles in action, and that the company remained committed to providing employees with an opportunity to freely and fairly make choices about their workplace representation. So, the union campaign at Microsoft would affect the quality assurance workers at several gaming studios that are part of ZeniMax Media, which include Bethesda, which currently make hit franchises like The Elder Scrolls and Fallout. It says here, Microsoft, which makes the Xbox, acquired ZeniMax for $7.5 billion. Blah, blah, blah. It says here the first new major exclusive Xbox game coming out of that deal is going to be Starfield, which is going to be released next year as of right now. And, it says here 3 ZeniMax employees said that while helping make the video games was fun, that it was a job that they once dreamed of. Their QA roles have now taken a toll on their lives. Victoria Banos, who has worked for one of the company studios in Maryland for over 4 years, said many of her coworkers endured a ritual known as crunch a few times each year. It involves workers working long shift hours, longer than 10 hours a day during the week, and even several hours on Saturdays, sometimes for weeks in a row, to ensure that games work properly before the company even released them. It says, sir, you're expected to drop whatever you have going on in your life and work whenever they need you to work. She says she has worked on the Elder Scrolls Online game series. She also said that ZeniMax had recently made these overtime hours voluntary, but that many employees still felt pressure to work them. She has estimated that her hourly wage is $25.50, left her tens of thousands of dollars below what she could earn annually if she performed a similar job at a different kind of software company that makes like financial or security software. So there's that. There's that. I mean, pretty much they're trying to unionize. We'll see if it goes through. Mm-hmm. That'll be pretty big, I think. I mean,
it would.
I think it could change a lot for the gaming industry. And, people think that it doesn't, but it will, We'll see what happens. See what happens. In other news, Mayo, I know you're excited. I know you are excited.
Oh, okay.
But there's a new Star Wars game supposed to be coming out.
Oh, yeah?
Star Wars Jedi Survivor. This is a leak, Mail, that was supposed to be shown at the Game Awards. Okay, now we're like Ubacha right now. Ubacha just sent me this. He just texted me right now. Right? Just texted me this story. He's like, hey man, I know you know who I am. I'm gonna text you this leak right now, Mail, right now.
Okay.
Those looking forward to a sequel to Star Wars Jedi: The Fallen Order, it looks like you will be able to play the sequel, Mayo, in the first quarter of 2023 as the Jedi Survivor. Release date is now set for March 15th of 2023. Says here this was posted on the game Steam page, which also showed Jedi Survivor pre-order bonuses and deluxe edition contents. Says here at the time of this writing, this page has now been wiped out of existence and is no longer found on Steam, but there's screenshots to prove that it was all there. As for the Jedi Survivor pre-order bonuses, I know you're wondering, Mayo. Players will receive a slew of cosmetics that Kai will be able to use in the game. You're going to get a cool outfit that's called the Hermit cosmetic. It makes you look like a fucking hobo, homeless Jedi. You also get the Hermit lightsaber set and the Combustion Blaster set, which is like a blaster pistol. So yeah. You can also get the deluxe edition, Mayo. Dun dun dun! This is like the real super edition here. The other one was just like the pre-order bullshit. This is like the real one you want to get, Mayo, okay?
Okay.
In the real one, Mayo, the one you're going to get, Mayo, the deluxe edition, okay? You can unlock exclusive cosmetic items inspired by Han Solo and Luke Skywalker, Mayo, as seen in Star Wars: A New Hope, with Star Wars Jedi Survivor Deluxe Edition. You get the Galactic Hero Cosmetic Pack, which includes the Scoundrel Cosmetic, which makes you look like Han Solo, like it has the Han Solo outfit. The Rugged BD1 Cosmetic, which is like a skin for your little robot guy. And you get the DL44 Blaster set, which is like the blaster that Han Solo uses or whatever, right? But you also get the new Hero Cosmetic Pack, which gives you the Rebel Hero Cosmetic, which is like a skin. The BD Astro BD1 Cosmetic, which is like another skin for your robot. And the Rebel Hero Lightsaber set. Plus, Mayo, plus, dun dun, you get an extra thing if you order this. Plus, you also receive the Obi-Wan Kenobi inspired Jedi Survival Pack, which is like the one that I talked about earlier. So you also get that one. Okay? The story of Cal Kestis continues in the Star Wars Jedi Survivor Mayo, a third-person galaxy-spanning action-adventure game from Respawn Entertainment, developed in collaboration with Lucasfilms Games. This narrative-driven single-player title picks up 5 years after the events of the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and follows Cal's increasingly desperate fight as the galaxy descends further into darkness. Pushed to the edges of the galaxy by the Empire, Cal will find himself surrounded by threats new and familiar, Mayo. As one of the last surviving Jedi Knights, Cal is now driven to make a stand during the galaxy's darkest times. But how far is he willing to go to protect himself, his crew, and the legacy of the Jedi Order? Dun dun dun. Says here you get to continue Cal's journey, Mayo. You're no longer a Padawan. Cal has come into his own and grown into a powerful Jedi Knight by now. Carrying the memories and expectations of the Jedi Order with him, his crusade against the Empire has only become more perilous. The dark times are closing in, And with enemies new and familiar surrounding him, Cal will need to decide how far he's willing to go to save those closest to him. The cinematic combat system returns with additional force abilities and new lightsaber fighting styles. Creatively leverage all these abilities and weapons to strategically take on an expanded host of enemies, sizing up strengths and weaknesses while cleverly utilizing your training to overcome your opponents and solve the mysteries that lay in your path. And you get to discover new planets and familiar frontiers in Star Wars Galaxy, each with unique biomes, challenges, and enemies. You can master new skills, get new equipment, abilities that will augment the way you explore, fight, and roam, with larger areas to explore and more to discover off the beaten path. Players who adventure beyond the horizon will find hidden rewards. Dun dun dun! Dun dun dun! More Star Wars! Yeah!
Star Wars games are fun.
That game was fun.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that game.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
More news, Mayo. Let's move on here. While the video game industry continues to wait and see if the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, will file an antitrust lawsuit to block Microsoft's $68.7 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard, Microsoft is speaking out again on why the proposed deal was supposedly good for gamers. The Wall Street Journal posted an opinion piece by Microsoft President and Vice Chairman Brad Smith, in which Smith addressed Sony's stance as the acquisition's biggest opponent. Says here, Sony has emerged as the loudest objector, Smith wrote. It's as excited about this deal as Blockbuster was about the rise of Netflix. To close this piece, Smith said that think about how much better it is to stream a movie from your couch than it is to drive to Blockbuster. We want to bring the same sort of innovation to the video game industry. Despite comparing Sony to the obsolete Blockbuster video store, Smith carried on Microsoft's ongoing self-depreciation strategy by saying that Xbox, quote, still remains, Mayo, in third place in the console gaming world, stuck behind Sony's dominant PlayStation and the Nintendo Switch. Okay. They also said that Microsoft said that Xbox does not have enough games, right? They don't have enough games, Mayo.
Right. Everybody says Microsoft doesn't have the games, remember.
They don't have enough games. Even the president said this, Mayo. He said, look, man, Xbox doesn't have enough games to draw players to subscribe to Xbox Game Pass. And once again, they reiterated that Microsoft's plans to keep Call of Duty a multi-platform franchise. They said, quote, to get subscribers to this service, Microsoft needs a full library of popular games, and as things stands right now, we simply don't have enough. Okay, we just don't have enough. So, Microsoft is still talking shit. They want this deal to go through. They're like, oh, look at us. We're poor us. We're poor little Microsoft. Poor little, Mayo. I'm poor little Jesus over here with my...
How will they ever make any money?
Yeah, oh man. Poor me with this new monitor. It's just so hard.
Right? It's rough. I get it.
Oh no, it's so sad. Oh, poor little Microsoft, not those guys. Speaking of poor little Microsoft, Mayo, these guys are not so little apparently, huh? Microsoft has now confirmed, Mayo. Let me tell you something, Mayo. You're going to be shocked about this, Mayo. Remember how everyone gave shit to Sony about this?
Uh-huh.
Microsoft has now confirmed they plan to raise the prices of major first-party Xbox Series X and S releases to $70 beginning next year.
Uh-oh.
Starting next year, Forza Motorsport, Redfall, and Starfield will cost Xbox gamers on the new consoles $69.99 at launch in the United States. Says here, the price reflects the content, the scale, and technical complexity of these titles. As with all games developed by our teams at Xbox, they will be available with Game Pass the same day they launch. So yeah, In August of 2020, Take-Two's NBA 2K21 became the first current-gen game to be priced at $70. Other companies followed suit, including Activision, Sony, EA, and Square Enix, with the Final Fantasy publisher even bringing the increased price point to some of its PC games. More recently, in September, Assassin's Creed publisher Ubisoft said $70 will also be the normal price for their games and their major releases moving forward. While Microsoft has yet to release a $70 game, its first-party release lineup has been relatively bare since the Xbox Series X and S and PS5 launched back in November of 2020. It says here, gaming can be an expensive hobby, and I see certain platforms going to, in the United States, pricing for $70 for games, Xbox Phil Spencer said last month. The consoles are $500 in the US pricing, and I think that's the heavy investment for people who aren't playing games every day. Kind of for the more casual players or the family that's balancing many things. Well, that's what they said back then, Mayo. But what about now, Mayo? You lied, Phil Spencer. You said, "Oh no, man, oh no."
No, it's okay. Now we can do it. We got enough people on the council now. We're okay.
Listen, apparently now the families don't matter, huh, Phil?
Right. Well, they got enough families playing or owning an Xbox now. Maybe
the families don't matter anymore, Phil. Is that what it is? What a shame. What a shame, man.
Yeah. Can you imagine having to pay $70 for a game? No, I mean, we've been lucky for a long time, really. I mean, they haven't changed much in price, and I get it. But they better at least give us some good content for $70, right?
Hopefully. We'll see.
And no broken-ass games that have locked frame rates and sturdier frames, maybe. Then I won't care. Then I'll pay $70. What else you got over there? You looking?
Last piece of news. Eurogamer says they got their hands on the next Witcher 3 next-gen update for the PS5 and the Series X. They said they weren't given a full copy of the game, but they got to play the first 15 minutes. And they said that the PS5 and Xbox Series X both offer versions of the game at 60 FPS performance mode and a 30 FPS ray tracing mode. So there's that. They also said that the game has not just improved graphics and visual enhancements, but that they've also noticed that the game is easier to play. So they've updated the camera mechanics in the game, and they also made it to where you can cast spells way easier and faster. So you can cast multiple spells faster as you're in combat or whatever. That's kind of cool. Says here PC users have a lot to celebrate. So says here that PC users are going to get ray tracing features, reflections, and shadows. And there's that. Yeah. So there's that. And you can play this, like I said, on the consoles with ray tracing at 30 or at 60 FPS without ray tracing. Yeah. The Witcher, it's coming again. Again, Mayo. The second time.
Again.
Third, fourth time. I don't know.
It's more than Jesus. I don't know. I sent the link. I don't know if you've seen this yet or not. Sorry, I just got distracted. There's Nintendo news about this Smash World Tour. I don't know if you know much about it or not. I guess all the streamers are talking about this. And so, something to do with Nintendo, they canceled the Smash World Tour. And the organizers are accusing Panda Global of sabotage. And I guess they're having some kind of response as well. Just the article is saying that the organizers of the Smash World Tour, a grass sports Super Smash esports competition, says Nintendo has shut down the next two events. It also alleges that Panda Global, Nintendo's chosen partner for the first official Smash Bros. Tournament, had a hand in this closure. So like they think it has something to do with this Panda Global has something to do with shutting down these other tournaments. And this is both the 2022 Smash World Championship, which was due to run from December 9th to 11th in San Antonio, Texas. And 2023 Smash World Championship has been canceled. The team said it is still working on logistics, but plans to issue full refunds to help with travel arrangements for those affected. It says the team claims it was told by Nintendo that SWT would no longer operate and the shutdown would come without any warning. They also claim that the decision was especially shocking given the ongoing conversation and reassurances that it had received from Nintendo over the past year. The Smash World Tour said that it's hard to measure for the number of organizers, competitions, and fans that would be affected, but they claim it will be losing hundreds and thousands of dollars due to Nintendo's actions. So there's some kind of like Nintendo is shutting down this like tournaments that they're doing, and they're having like this he said she said stuff with Panda Global, and I guess supposed to be more coming out down the road here, but yeah, so I'm not really sure a whole lot on the news on all of it, but my son was kind of talking about it, and I guess they've been all talking about it.
Well, Nintendo actually came out later on, Mayo, and said the following. Nintendo actually responded to this thing about people saying that it was based on this thing or whatever. And they're saying, no, this decision was not influenced by any external parties such as Panda Global. They said any partner that we grant a license to has to meet the high standards we required when it comes to the health and safety of our fans. It is also important that a partner adheres to the brand and the IP guidelines and conducts itself according to the professional and organizational best practices. We use the same approach to independently assess all partners. If we discover that a partner is doing something inappropriate, we will work to correct it. The decision to cancel the SWT 2022 was and still is Nintendo's choice. It says here Nintendo cares about Super Smash Bros. Fans and its community very much, and we hope to continue to hear their passionate feedback. We are committed to working hard to bring joy and fun to the community through tournaments, while also ensuring we and our partners are operating in a manner that is positive and responsible. So I'm thinking something happened in the background here that Nintendo found out about. Whoever was organizing this thing did something, right? And Nintendo was like, no, motherfuckers. You ain't getting away with that shit. Nope, you're not doing it. Fuck you. Nope. What do you think they did? I'm thinking they I don't know, man. Something had to do something probably with money.
Yeah, you know Nintendo. They like their money.
Nintendo's probably like, what? You're making money off of this? How much money you're making? Why don't we make a official Nintendo Smash Brothers tournament? Why the fuck do we have you guys doing this shit? We could make a tournament. Next week, Nintendo's going to be like, hey guys, we have the Nintendo Smash World tournament. Yeah.
Right.
Come play it through us officially. Nintendo. We'll set it up. You pay us to join the tournament. I can see that happening. I'm not even joking. I think that could probably happen.
Yeah, I just know there's supposed to be a lot more coming out about it. I guess the Panda Global has not made an official statement or saying stuff too, and they said some more proof will come out or something like that. So I don't know. It's just weird.
Okay. Well, that's all I have for news, man. There's just really nothing else for news. Big news this week, I guess, is the whatchamacallit, the video game awards. It's this Thursday, Mayo.
Oh, good news. Good times.
And you can actually win. You can win, Mayo, a free Steam Deck.
Oh, are they giving away like every couple minutes or something like
every minute of the show, they're giving away a Steam Deck. So they're going to give, I don't know, a shitload of Steam Decks away, apparently. But you got to be watching on a certain platform. Okay? Let me look this up real quick.
Yeah, we have to make sure we're watching on the right platform, right?
Okay. Valve is giving away a Steam Deck, Mayo, every minute during the Game Awards. Okay? That's right. Every minute, Mayo. Okay? Okay. To have a chance, you'll first need to go register for the drawing, Mayo, which you can do right now. You just head over to the Video Game Awards website via Valve's Steam.tv website. Okay. So, yeah. And there's extra rules. Let's look at the extra rules here. Extra rules. Game Awards now. Okay, how the giveaway will work. You must register to enter the drawing and must be watching the Game Awards on Steam to be eligible to win. To register, Mail, you must be in the United States, the Canada, or the United Kingdom, or the European Union, and you must have made a purchase on Steam between November 14th of 2021 and November 14th of 2022 to verify your country. Your account must be in good standing, and you must not have a limited account. On December 8th, when the Game Awards airs, every minute a random name will be drawn from a pool of registrants currently watching the show on Steam. And so there's that, and they're going to be streaming the Game Awards at steam.tv, and the winner will be announced in a chat as each drawing takes place. I don't know. That's it. That's all you have. Well, you know what? I'm going to sign up right now with my Steam account.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? I mean,
I'll sign up. Steam account. Use the Steam mobile app to sign in. Okay. How do I do this? Steam. Oh, QR code. No, scan QR code. This needs access to the camera.
Oh, see, there you go. Come on, Jesus. Get this right.
Steam. I'm going to get this, guys. I'm going to get in here, access to my camera activated.
It's going to be worth it, Jesus, when you get a Steam Deck.
I'm going to get a Steam Deck for free. Okay, hold on. Steam there. Okay. Access, and boom. You scan the QR code to sign into Steam as Jesus Walks a Lot. Remember my password. Sign into Steam. Okay. Oh, okay, I'm signed in. You're registered, Jesus. Okay, I'm in, Mail. It's in. I'm in.
Good deal.
I'm official. All right. They're going to be giving away a 512 gigabyte Steam Deck every minute. That's how easy it was, people. I did it live on the show. That's how easy it was to sign up. It kind of sucks that you have to be like a Steam user to win this. Like, imagine how many people are signing up.
I mean, you got to be a Steam user to have a Steam Deck, right?
I get, but I mean, maybe some console gamers want a free Steam Deck. I don't know. I guess. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. But yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm excited. Are you excited for the Game Awards? I'm excited. You know what?
Yeah.
Because you know why I'm excited for it? Because I'm excited because everyone gets fucking hyped and everyone's excited and everyone's watching trailers and we're all in the chat rooms. We're all chatting. I'm texting you. I'm texting Gunny. I'm texting Iams. I'm texting Brink. You know, we're all fucking chilling. We're all watching this shit, you know, even though we're like not together, but we're all watching it at the same time. We're all talking about it, you know. It's fucking hype, bro. It's like E3, you know. But we haven't had E3 for a while because of fucking COVID. But now, like, this is like the E3, right? Like, this is like the next closest.
It is. It's what we can all interact with each other and kind of talk about, and
everyone's talking about trailers, and it's like yeah, like it's like gamers, right? Like Ryan over there, like fucking dirty Ryan with his Xbox. You know, he doesn't like the PlayStation guys. You know, he doesn't like them. He hates all the PlayStation.
Oh, I know, right? He
hates
gotta be
all
careful
the
around Ryan. We
studios.
can't say anything good about Sony. You know, the next thing I know, he doesn't talk to me for 3 months. You know,
if you walk around Ryan with the PlayStation shirt on, that dude's gonna like deck you. He's gonna just like punch you like you're fucked.
He's gonna do to one of us like I did to Evan, right?
Yeah.
Right, you know, next thing you know, you got a broken ankle.
Broken ankle. You're living in Ohio for a year. You don't even know what's happening anymore.
Oh, yeah, he's adapting over here, Jesus. The other day he left, right? I woke up and he was gone, like Sunday morning, and he's usually not gone. I'm like, oh, Evan's out and about. I wonder, you know.
Wow.
And he comes back home later on, and I'm like, oh, you know, you were out. I was kind of surprised. He's like, yeah, because I went disc golfing. I'm like, disc golf?
What?
I'm like, it was probably a little cold, wasn't it? He's like, yeah. He's like, it was like 27 degrees. And I just laughed at him. I'm like,
Evan's out there disc golfing now?
Right. I'm like, okay. He's been going to do some disc golfing.
Evan went from a hardcore West Coast Compton living gangster rapper to disc golfing?
Yes, he is. He is disc golfing, and he's out here enjoying Ohio life, Jesus, I'm telling you.
Wow. Evan, what's happened to you? The fuck's happened to Evan? Evan's not even himself anymore. What the hell?
No, this is a whole new Evan. This is the Ohio Evan.
His name is Edward now.
Yeah.
He changed his name to Edward. It's not Evan anymore. I mean, what the hell happened to you, Evan? What the fuck's going on, man? Oh, man. That's something else. I don't even know how to react to that. I don't even know what to say.
He was happy he got back. You know, he did a Washington D.C. trip. He was gone for Thanksgiving, and he come back and he's been playing some Call of Duty. He got behind his brother a little bit, so he's playing catch up. But he's been getting his Call of Duty time in. So
okay,
and he's over playing the new Pokemon quite a bit too. So
all right, not bad. I guess, Evan. I don't know. Starting to question this whole thing. I mean, it's been like months. It was supposed to be like a month thing.
Right?
It's been like a half a year now, man. Literally. I mean, is Evan ever gonna go home? Is he like your new roommate now? Does he just live with you now?
He pretty much is. Like I pretty much have to put him on the lease now. He's been here for so long. So
fucking Evan's been there. He might as well just move in, run a credit check. Evan, we're moving you in. That's fucking nuts, dude. That is like. What other podcast would have a host that'll let you move in with them? What other No other podcast would do
right.
That. This is the only video game podcast that has had a listener move in with the host. I'm calling it right now. I haven't heard of another video game podcast doing this.
This is unique.
You know, I've heard of video game podcasts where like the hosts live together, like the hosts move in together. Yeah, that's normal, I guess. But like a listener moving in with the host, and they're like, not just like, oh, you live in California, I live in California too, let's move in. No, bro, like, oh, I'm going across the country to a whole new state, and I'm gonna learn how to play disc golf, and I'm living with you now. That's some new level, man. That's some new level shit right there. Okay. You're over there making Evan play disc golf now. What the fuck's going on, man? What's next? What's next, Mayo?
Milking cows? I don't know. we gotta teach me how to drive a combine tractor or something over here.
He's gonna be out there. Oh, the other day I woke up and man, Evan came back. He was wearing overalls and
he raised the barn yesterday.
He said he came back wearing a straw hat and some overalls. Said he was out there working the fields, plowing them fields. If you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean.
You know the least he could do, Jesus, is he's actually flying back home for Christmas, right?
Okay, yeah.
He could at least take me with him, right?
I know, right? Wow, what a dick, Evan. What a dick. You could at least invite Mayo. He's part of your family now, right?
Right. I mean, we're practically roommates, you know. We practically live together.
You guys are like brothers now. Just invite him over. He's part of the family, Evan. Just when they ask who the fuck is this white guy here in this table, be like, oh, this is my brother. This is my brother from Ohio, Mayo.
Right.
Yeah. That's
I mean, I've met his mom before. I'm part of the family now.
Yeah, you're cool, man. So it's all good, you know?
I can get out of this cold weather for like a couple of days, you know?
It would be hot for you, I think, if you went to California. You would think that it's hot. No, I mean, it wouldn't be really hot. It'd be like in the 50s, 60s, but that's cold to California, you know?
Right.
But for you, it'd be like, man, this is warm.
This is great. I'd be running around in the t-shirt.
Yeah, like, this is amazing weather. I love this shit.
I've had that happen before when I went to Florida, where I would go to, like, in the winter. You fly down to Florida, and it's, like, warm there. And everybody's dressed in like jackets and stuff. And they're complaining about how cold it is. And it's like 55. And I'm running around in t-shirt and shorts. And they're like, "You're not from here, are you?" You're like, "How'd you guess?"
Yeah, no, yeah. Well, we'll see what happens there with Evan. The Evan saga continues in Ohio.
It does.
We thought it would be over by now. Everyone thought, like people are listening, like, what the fuck? Evan's still there? Yeah. Yeah, Evan's still there. Evan is still there. Hashtag. His name is Edward now.
Right.
Evan. Oh, shit. Anyways, that's all I have. What the fuck are we supposed to talk about now? Do we have something to do here? I don't know.
I'm not sure about the console corner. I don't think Gunny updated any of this stuff.
Let me tell you something about console corner. Games with gold. That's what Gunny does. Games with gold. New games with gold for December now. Okay.
Uh-huh.
From the 1st to the 31st, all month, you can get a game called Cold Canyon. That's right, brother. Cold Canyon. That's a $14.99 value.
Ooh.
And also, from December 16th through January 15th, you can pick up a title called Bladed Fury. Bladed Fury. That's right. Let's look at PS Plus games. PS Plus games. Claim your free PS Plus games. 3 new games. Okay. 3 new PS Plus games, Mayo. I know you're excited for these.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah. You can now, if you have a PS Plus membership, you can pick up Ghostwire Tokyo. The Lego Star Wars.
Not a bad game.
No, that's not a bad game. It's better than whatever the fuck Xbox just offered. I don't even remember the names that the Xbox just offered. Hobo ass shit. With their little hobo ass, no game having ass, $70 billion acquiring ass studios over there. Those hobos. The Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga is available for the PlayStation people. And Sniper Elite 5, Mayo. Sniper Elite 5. Elite 5.
I played a little bit on the Game Pass.
Yeah.
Is that it?
And you want to know what the Epic games are? Epic.
Sure. I mean, they kind of pop up on our Discord, but I still don't pay attention to it.
Okay, now let me tell you something. There's a Discord machine that tells you the free games. Okay.
Yes, on our server. Yes.
Yes, there is a Discord. Okay, today or the 1st, free until the 8th. So that's until Wednesday or Thursday, the day of the Game Awards. You can get a game called RPG in a Box.
Huh. Okay.
RPG in a Box. Also, pick up another game called Fort Triumph. Fort Triumph. And, yeah. So there's that. Free, I guess. I mean, do you know how many games I have on? I have a shitload of games on Epic that I've never even
yeah,
launched.
I know, right?
I just have them. I'm like, What is this shit? What is this? What the fuck? Like, the only time I go to Epic is to play Chivalry 2.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the only game I go, because I bought it on there or whatever when it first came out. And I go there and I launch Chivalry 2, and it's like, that game is fucking fun. I love that game, dude.
That is now on Game Pass as well, right?
What? No way.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
What? No, it's not.
I am almost 100% sure.
You're full of shit. Let me check. I'm confirming you. Oh, wow. Wow.
Wow, who's full of shit? Huh?
Okay.
You're amazed, aren't you?
Chivalry 2 is on Game Pass.
Check it out, guys. People that haven't played it, good game.
That game is fucking awesome. That game is cool as fuck. Go play Chivalry 2. You want to fucking... Okay, listen, man. Listen. All right, listen. I know y'all watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I'm listening. Yep.
I know you guys watch the show Vikings and Game of Thrones. You want to be a badass knight, and you want to beat some dude to death with an axe, and while he's screaming at you, and you're fucking chopping his arms off. Yeah, this is the game for you, man. It's fucking awesome. And you can also play via cloud gaming. You don't even have to install this shit, Mayo.
Yeah,
you can go on your browser right now. Go on your browser, launch cloud gaming, look for Chivalry 2, and it's fucking there, and it's crossplay, and it's awesome. Fuck yeah. Go play it, dude. Yeah, that's awesome. That's a cool get on Game Pass. I didn't even know it was on there, man. Go play. Brink, you need to play Chivalry 2. This is a Brink game. If Brink is, I know he listens, that motherfucker. He's probably delivering packages right now. If you're delivering a package right now, Brink, stop what you're doing and go play Chivalry 2. Just quit your job right now and go home and play. It's been ordered. You must now complete your task. And that's it. That's it, man. Oh, Netflix has been pushing games on me, man. I tell you I don't use Netflix much, right? I'm watching Captain Phillip on there and shit. And Wednesday, which is a cool show. I went on there the other day, and it was recommending some bullshit fucking cartoon thing to me. It looked like a weird cartoon. I was like, I've never even heard of this. What the fuck is this?
No.
And it was like a cartoon game. It was like, oh, this game is about this cat, and this cat is trying to steal something. Now you must make choices for the cat to steal the jewelry or something like that. And if you make the wrong choices, then he dies.
Where are these popping up for you at? Because I have a question here. So I have not noticed these games on my TV on Netflix.
It was
the other day I was on my phone. I scrolled down and it was had a whole line of trending games or something like that. Netflix gaming. I'm like,
it was just
this doesn't show up on my TV at all. But when I had my phone on mobile, it had a whole category of Netflix
No, it was
gaming.
on my TV, bro. It was on my TV. It was like, hey, you want to play this cartoon stealing game? You have to make the choices, and the cat steals. It looked like a Tom and Jerry cartoon, like an old school cartoon, right? But apparently, you were making choices, and the character would play out whatever choices you made, and you have to help him steal whatever he's trying to steal or whatever. And then that other fucking game that I told you guys about, the trivia game, that other game popped up again too. It's called Trivia Quest or Trivia Master or whatever the fuck it's called. It's there. Listen to you, Netflix gaming is real. It's here. It's now.
I just saw it for the first time on my phone just the other day. I have not seen it on TV, but
it's here, bro. It's happening. It's happening now. You don't even.
There was a couple games in there that were pretty decent. I can't remember what it was, but I was like, okay. Oh yeah, there's a mobile games section. I guess I just opened my Netflix and this shows.
What?
There's Cat and Soup Simulation. Yeah. There is Reigns, Three Kingdoms. Yeah, there's the SpongeBob game on here. SpongeBob Get Cooking. Ooh. There's Exploding Kittens, Jesus. Oh, Into the Breach. That was an old PC game from the makers of Faster Than Light. So there's some games on here that kind of show up. But yeah, it's on my phone. It's literally titled. I don't know if you can see it. I'll put up on our cameras. I know you listeners can't see, but it's titled Mobile Games.
That's pretty cool.
And
that's cool. I thought you were holding up an iPad at first. I forgot.
Oh, my phone, because I have it open. Yeah,
I forgot your phone is like that big phone.
The folding phone, yes, the Fold 4. It's been really good to me, actually. I haven't had any issues with it at all, so it's been nice.
That's cool, man. But yeah, what do you think Gunny's doing right now?
What happens when you have the Rona 3.0?
I don't know.
Do you think he's sleeping? Do you think he's gaming? Should we check Discord to see if there's any activity? Let's see. Let's see if there's any activity. You think he's playing hooky?
That motherfucker gaming right now. I swear if he is, he's off the show for good. Where the fuck is he?
Oh, it says he's offline.
Okay, all right.
We'll let him by this time, right?
He gets past. All right, he probably hit himself. He's like, I gotta make sure my shit says I'm offline. These guys are gonna check.
He went offline.
Yeah, he went off. He does the Brink. Brink does that shit all the time. He'll be playing fucking Barbie Simulator and he'll be offline so no one can see him.
Right, but he doesn't know it shows on Steam, right? It says recent activity. Yeah. We see Brink playing Barbie Universe.
Brink recently played 73 hours of this game, and he talks all this shit about how he doesn't like fucking games, and then
all those adult games he's playing on there too in secret.
Yeah.
You know,
Brinks added this to his wish list. What the fuck?
Oh, good times.
Anyways, that's all you have.
What's kind of funny about Steam, where if you have anything on you buy a game or whatever, and you look at a game, it's like this person now owns it. There was one that popped up. I was looking at the new games. I was trying to find something new, and there was some kind of like VR sex game that popped up, and it's like you have two friends that own this game, and I'm like,
oh shit, that's funny.
It's so funny.
That's awesome. You guys don't want to see what I own on Steam. Don't go looking now. Don't go looking.
Yeah, definitely.
That's it. That's all I have, man. I don't know what else.
Yeah, we don't have any community questions this week, Jesus.
Nothing.
I put it up there early this morning, and there's nothing this week, and so it's kind of quiet in that aspect. No Brian questions. Brian, we need your questions out there. He's too busy rooting for Michigan right now. He's over there getting all excited because his Wolverines are in the playoffs. My hobo Buckeyes, they kind of just like limped into the playoffs somehow. They got like a mercy pass. So yeah, so we don't have any community questions. So I guess we can find Gunny, right? All right, out there playing hooky, not being on the show, feeling sick. Raking leaves, or doing whatever he was doing over there to get himself the Rona.
Wait, where the fuck was he raking? Does he live in an apartment?
His house, the other house.
Oh, the house that he bought that he doesn't live in. Oh yeah,
yeah. He showed all the leaves, and he messaged. I don't know if he messaged me or both of us, but he said that he was feeling sick and that he maybe second guessed raking leaves in the rain.
There even rain down there?
I guess, yeah. I think he's lying.
No, I think this is full. He's full of shit. Right? Rain in California. We would have believed the sick part, but when he added the rain, that was a little too much. All right, you embellished too much on that lie, Gunny.
He's calling you out now.
If I add the rain, they're gonna definitely believe that I'm sick. Like, no, Gunny, come on. We know it doesn't rain down there, dude.
I think he doesn't want to talk about his poor Battlefield 2042 experience when he played with us. He just played so bad he didn't want to like be on here talking about it.
Oh, he did play with us, huh?
Three of us did get together and play around to that.
Poor Gunny. He did terrible.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
He did good. He owed his own. Him and I were doing equally as bad.
For a boomer, he did.
Yeah, he was probably one of those. I think he was one of those low level Xbox guys like me. One of those game pass guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can find Gunny as what? Gunny Cheap pretty much everywhere except for Twitter.
And where can we find you, Mayo?
Oh, you're gonna find me on Discord mainly. Is the Mayo, Steam, Right now, you can find me on Origin as Mayo playing Battlefield 2042. Maybe even more later on tonight. I don't know. We'll see.
Nice.
But and then what about you, Jesus?
Well, first we could find Ryan.
Oh yeah, Ryan, that
on
guy.
Xbox.
That guy.
Well, they're on the fucking Xbox. That poor little console that has no games. Poor little Xbox. Oh. Leave those guys alone. Poor little guys over there. That little company owned by that little Microsoft that nobody knows. Yeah, that little company, Mayo.
Little upstart company.
Yeah, the little upstart company that nobody knows about called Microsoft. They don't own half the world already. They want to own the other half of the gaming world. All right, those little poor guys. You can find him over there as Gib8777. You can find me on everything as Jesus Walks a Lot. And that's it. We're fucking done. I'm done. I'm out of here. Peace out, Brussels sprouts. We'll catch you on the next week's edition of the Horrible Gamers Podcast. We're done. Bye, Mayo. Bye, everyone.
See ya.